Also, Dimly, just knowing that it's okay, we want to be the team to beat them. We know we can. We know we have an impressive record. We know we have an open goal. A Fire Ninja makes them pay and take the early 1-point lead.
Although, I guess a miscommunication, lacking communication, game was stunned out. Someone should have told him. Citizen shot on Saluda. Saluda gets a big stop there. St. Louis Hustle back in possession, still down by 1 as we approach the half. Still over 3 minutes to go, though, in the first half. Taco sending on across. What a play to Ryan! And that's what that man does. Gets it in for the 2. The St. Louis Hustler are going to go up by 1, 14-13. We're still 3 minutes into the flow to Lacey Stark zone. The defensive boost there from Jay Walker, sending it right back through. A nice bounce there. Is that going to go in? Shut up. Are you kidding me?
Realistically, known for their passing and their defense. And there it is. Off a feed
into the bubble. That's looking to press. That is Loveridge and Co. So they will, in fact, find that extra pass as they do.
Beautiful bounce pass. In fact, Swagmore, anyone tries to bounce off of that spot at mid there knows how touchy can be. Mad. Oh, what a setup to Tony.
Welcome everybody to NEPA TV. Tonight we have some great AAA action coming live to you. Our 3 matches tonight are the Mulberry Reverb versus the Scottsdale Slither. Our second matches are going to be the New Haven Ninjas versus the Toronto Sorcerers. And then our final match will be the Chattanooga Barracudas versus the Columbus Fire. Hi everyone, please bear with me. This is my first time doing this and I am super nervous. So I'm glad to be here tonight and thankful for this opportunity. So first here we have in the arena Snipe, Shepherd, Baron, Stuff Muff, and Billy Isms playing for the Mulberry Reverb. And then for the Scottsdale Slither, we have Technowubs, Jade Michael, Unknown Dash, Cessnica, and Gasolini. So, looks like we have everybody in the arena. As you notice, we do have the 5th person in there. They will be sitting in the locker room. We're going over to our rules now. The rules are we'll have 8-minute quarters, so 4 different quarters, 8 minutes apiece, not rounds apiece. Geez, 5-minute halftime. Everybody is allowed 1 minute timeout per team per half. The 5th person is allowed in the locker room, and our overtime is a golden goal. So whoever scores first, wins. And last but not least, no toxic or discriminatory behavior. Always be kind, guys. Just remember to be kind to one another. It's easy. they are readying up. I don't. Yeah. So we're gonna get started here.
All right,
Okay.
straight from the gate. First touch on the disc comes from Reverb. We have Snipe with the disc approaching Bubble, sending a pass down low to Shepard, and Shepard into the goal for the first 2 points of this quarter. That was a super. Go ahead, Whip.
I was gonna say exactly what you were gonna say. That was a super quick conversion.
Very, very, very well played by Reverb Mulberry. For sure. Here we have Scottsdale Slither with the joust advantage. Pass over to Unknown to Cessnica. Ooh, getting stunned out, unfortunately, with the discus. Snipe having a little bit of time before looking for the clear into the hands of Unknown. Over to Technowubs. Technowubs not having too much pressure, but does have defenders in the area, so he back passes over to Gasolini. Gasolini passes over to Cessnica. Ooh, a little bit of a scuff pass, unfortunately, but it is able to be recovered by the Scottsdale Slithered. Pass back over to Cessnica on the wedge, approaching Bubble, sending a pass over to Technowubs. Technowubs driving goal for 2 points for the Scottsdale Slither.
They have some wonderful teamwork going on there. Great passing to those conversions. Super quick movement downfield.
Yeah, definitely a lot of disc control just came over from the Scottsdale Slither. They were able to recover it even when there was missed passes and just take their time and set themselves up in Bubble really, really well. We have Stuff Muff with the disc over towards the trap area of the arena, sending a pass down low to Billyisms. Billyisms getting a lot of pressure there from that stack. Snipe sending a pass down low to Billyisms. Billyisms looking for the bounce shot or possibly a pass, but it didn't connect, unfortunately. Snipe was able to pick it up. Stuff Muff with the disc over to Billyisms on shield. Does get a little bit of a loose hand on the disc there, but Shepard is able to get a pass over from Snipe and into the goal for 2 points. This is a very quick back and forth game here and an opportunity for Scottsdale Slither to respond.
I agree. Everybody loves a close game. This is back and forth, and I cannot wait to see what Blue's going to do here.
With the disc is Gasolini. Gasolini just taking his time on Nest there, sending a pass over to Cessnica. Cessnica pass over to Unknown. Unknown with not much pressure there from the defenders. Looking for, I guess, a back pass, but it doesn't connect, unfortunately. Ooh! And Snipe was in the area to pick it up and go for the long three to put Reverb Mulberry up by 5.
That was a great conversion on a turnover right there. Just an unfortunate reset.
Yeah, an attempted reset without looking did not work out in the Scottsdale Slither favor, but Gasolini with the disc again, sending a pass over to Unknown. Unknown sending a quick pass. It doesn't quite connect, but it is able to be picked up. Cessnica going for the bounce pass over to Technowubs. Technowubs getting the disc off to Unknown. Unknown over back to Gasolini again. Gasolini taking their time over at Moon. Moving down to Bo. Looking to draw out those defenders, get the numbers advantage over there in the bubble. A pass over to Unknown. Unknown is able to send a pass back to Gasolini. A lot of patient play coming over from the Scottsdale Slither right now. Looking to draw out those defenders. Unknown with the disc, going for the shot, but off the ring. Technowubs is able to pick up the disc. Jukes around on floor, pulling the disc out of bubble. Again, drawing out those defenders, maintaining that control. Gasolini has the disc. Juking around on floor a little bit, looking for their pass options over to Technowubs. Technowubs dropping down to do the exact same thing, give their team to set up a pass up the wall to Cessnica and into the goal for 2 points. That is what they needed here, but we do have an opportunity for Reverb Mulberry to respond with the joust advantage.
Yeah, they did some great juking there and then backing that disc back out so that they could push forward for the conversion.
A great conversion indeed. We have the disc in the hands of Billyisms over to Snipe. Snipe down low to Shepard. Shepard approaching bubble almost in a one-on-one. A quick pass over to Billyisms, but a slap doesn't quite make it over to their teammate. Shepard is able to recover. A pass to Snipe on the shield and into the goal for 2 points.
Passing win games. Passing indeed wins games.
It does. It does. You cannot solo in a team sport. It will only get you so far, especially when you've got teams like this and playing at this skill level. With the joust advantage is the Scottsdale Slither. Gasolini has the disc, sending a pass over to Unknown in the beginning of tunnel. Unknown over to Cessnica. Cessnica back over to Gasolini. Gasolini having some time there in the mid of the arena, looking for some open pass options. It is Technowubs with the disc on the floor with a lot of pressure from their defenders there. Gasolini gets the pass back, looking to draw people out. A pass back to Cessnica. Cessnica approaching the bubble, but gets stuffed by Billyisms. Billyisms sends the clear down through tunnel. We have a bit of a stack race here. Everyone does overshoot the disc, unfortunately, but with their hand on it is Snipe. Snipe sending a pass over to Shepard. Shepard gets stuffed in the bubble. Big save by Cessnica and a clear out through the arena and into Reverb Mulberry's area here. With the disc is Gasolini. Gasolini not under much pressure, sends a pass down low to Cessnica and into goal for 2 points.
Man, those were some great saves there by Billyisms and Blue Team's goalie. I wasn't sure who saved that, but definitely holding the defense there.
Out from the tunnels, we have Snipe with the disc sending a pass over to Billyisms. Billyisms long to stuff him up back. Ooh, an attempted, I think, pass to Billyisms, but it was into the hands of Snipe. Snipe sending it into the blue bubble, but it is picked up and cleared out back into their area here. A little bit of chaos there, a loose disc. Shepard is able to pick it up and clear it out through the arena. With the disc is Snipe in the bubble, almost uncontested. The stacks were just a little bit late, and we were able to get 2 more points on the board for Reverb Mulberry.
We have just a 5-point game here. It's still very close. It's still anybody's game. We have 1 minute left. Plenty of time to convert.
Definitely enough time to convert, and especially when scores do roll over and we've got a running clock here. Gasolini with the disc sending a pass over to Unknown. Unknown just kind of sending the disc towards the bubble. Unfortunately, it was into the hands of Reverb Mulberry. A little bit of disc confusion going on, but that's okay because Snipe picks it up and gets a long 3 for the Reverb Mulberries. Here is another opportunity with 26 seconds left on the clock as of right now for Scottsdale Slither to end with a bang here, get a little bit of momentum and get their groove going here to move into this second quarter. With the disc is Gasolini sending a quick pass over to Unknown. Unknown flipping upside down, going into the tunnel, clearing a little bit of lane. Technowubs with the disc and a missed pass. Unfortunately, it is able to be picked up by Shepard and cleared into the hands of Gasolini. Ooh, a good press from the Scottsdale Slither, attempting to just finish out strong with a few more points. It did not happen, unfortunately, but they do have 3 more quarters here to do so.
Yes, so during that first round, there was some awesome saves by both goalies on each side. Definitely a lot of people. Oh, okay, my bad. Okay, so anyways, we're gonna have there was a lot of turnovers in the first quarter there, just due to some missed resets. But Billyisms had a great save there in that first quarter. If Blue just needs to slow down and connect their passes a little bit more and do some converting. But they did have great juking on the floor and some great saves as well. I'm ready. So, tuning in, you guys, every commercial that will be broadcasted during the AAA and Pro series will have NEPA-themed hidden Easter eggs. Some of them are obvious and some of them are really hidden. So, everyone who can name in the commercials when we release the form, all the Easter eggs. They'll be entered to win a $250 prize basket plus $100 cash and more. So this is how you enter a win. You watch the matches, you write down the Easter eggs and the commercial and save them for whenever we open up the competition.
All right, we are back to the game. They did go to the first initial joust there of this quarter before we were able to get into the arenas. Scottsdale Slither was able to get 2 more points on the board, getting that momentum that we were talking about at the end of that first quarter there. That's exactly what they needed. But we do have the Reverb Mulberry here with the possession of the disc and their offensive rollout. Stuff 'em up, send a pass up to Snipe. Snipe doing a little bit of dance to get on the ceiling here to get away from his defender. Technowub's trying to add that pressure there. Shepard with the disc. I don't know if that was a missed pass or a shot, but it didn't connect, and that's okay because he was there to clean up his own mess. Sending a pass to Stuff 'em up to Billyisms and into the goal for 2 points.
What a great pass and backboard shot there by Billyisms. What a way to convert.
Absolutely a way to convert. They're doing a great job there at just, even if they lose the disc, maintaining that possession, getting the collection back on it and making something of it. But we do have Scottsdale Slither with the disc, Gasolini on Bowtie. Not much pressure there coming from the offensive stack, but there it is. As I say that, they make me eat my words. With the disc was Stuff Muff. I don't know if it was a shot or going for the flat bounce off the wall, but it didn't work out either way. But that's all right. They still have an opportunity here. They got a little bit of a slap on the disc, not quite making it into the goal. I think that was an attempted bounce shot, but again, it didn't quite make it there. The pickup comes from Snipe. Snipe looking to send a pass to Billyisms. He wasn't quite ready. A little bit of pressure there from Technowubs. Causes just a slap, but Shepard is able to get a hand on it. Approaching bubble, goes for the behind the back, and it doesn't make it in, just off. Snipe is able to collect the disc, sending a pass, but it is picked up by Cessnica and cleared out into the Reverb Mulberry area, bouncing around on the ceiling. Shepard gets a hand on the disc, goes for the clear just before getting stunned out and into the Scottsdale Slither bubble. We don't have too many stacks in the area. They just got their Gasolini with the disc, looking to send a clear out, but it doesn't make it through, just bounces off a little bit off the middle of the arena there. Picked up again by Gasolini into the tunnel. Taking a bit of an unfortunate bounce there, so it's into the hands of Snipe, and Snipe sending a clear down low into the trench area, all the way into the Scottsdale Slither bubble, but the stuff from Gasolini stops the goal. Technowubs is able to slap it out just to buy themselves some time here, looking to get some defense set up. Shepard gets the disc over to Snipe. Snipe getting stuffed again in the bubble, but able to pick it up again and into the goal for 2 points for the Reverb Mulberry.
We have a 10-point game here with Orange leading, but that was an awesome conversion there.
It was indeed. Definitely doing a great job, like we said before, just keeping their possession even if they have some scuffed passes, making their way over to the disc and making sure they have some open passing options. Cessnica with the disc over to Technowubs. He has an open goal, and he does not miss those. 3 points on the board for the Scottsdale Slither, just beginning to lower that gap in the scoreboard there and doing a great job at it with the 3. 4 minutes and 9 seconds left on this clock here. What are you looking at, Whip?
I'm looking at how great that they're connecting these passes right now and just moving it downfield real quick, not giving the defense enough time to get together and stack together, and taking advantage of that open goal opportunity.
Definitely, and I can see a little bit of a pickup here from the stacks over on Scottsdale Slither side, doing a lot of work to apply that pressure there. Shepard was able to get a slap off over to Stuff Muff, looking to slap it back due to some pressure. It does hit the wall, but Billyisms is able to collect. Snipe with the disc, sending it down low to Stuff Muff. Stuff Muff going for the goal, but Gasolini said, "Nuh-uh, not today," and sends a clear over into the mid of the arena. We have a little bit of a stack race, just a slow one. That's all right, though. Gasolini picks up the disc, sends it over to Cessnica, approaching the goal and into the bottom pocket for 2 points.
Blue Team's making a comeback right here. We got a timeout, it seems. I'm not sure from who, but we have a timeout right now. I'm sure they're going to do some planning and figure out what they're going to do when they come back from this timeout, that they can, see that there's stuff that they can change to help them convert. But we just saw a great save there by Gasolini. Somebody, he stuffed somebody that was trying to dunk there behind the goal and came out and cleared it.
There was definitely a few of those. They've done a really, really great job at, like I said, getting those stacks together again. Their speed increased over on the Scottsdale Slither side of things. And then they also have done a great job stopping those goals, those dunks. Those are super hard to stop, and they're intercepting great passes and just grabbing the disc before it can actually make its way right into the goal. So great job over from the Scottsdale Slither, lessening the deficit and just kind of getting their hustle on.
I agree, yeah. They're just, slowing it down sometimes, backing it back out of the bubble, utilizing their juking, to get some time. Here we go. They have 20 cards.
And we have 3 minutes left in this quarter, the second quarter of the first game. Definitely a good run going here from the Scottsdale Slither. That is what they needed when they were at a 10-point deficit. But with the joust advantage is Reverb Mulberry. Snipe has the disc, sending a pass over to Billyisms in the tunnel, getting stuffed by the offensive stack. Technowubs picks it up, clears it into the goal. Overshoots the disc just slightly, but is able to pick it back up with no goalie over to Cessnica and into the goal for 2 points.
That was an awesome interception there, and two, that gave them the opportunity to move it back downfield and get in the bubble and score.
Yeah, I think that's the first time I've seen a bit more pressure there coming from the Scottsdale Slither offensive stack. So that definitely worked out in their favor. Hopefully they continue to run onto that. And there it is again, as I say it, the long three from Technowubs off of that, what is the word I'm looking for? Aggressive. There it is. The aggressive offensive stack successfully intercepting a second rollout for the Reverb Mulberry. They're going to have to change up something here. Tunnels are not working with this offensive stack being aggressive at this point in time. Snipe with the disc, looking to take his time a little bit, draw out the stack, successfully passes it over to Stuff Muff to Billyisms, clearing the mid of the arena. Finally, pass back to Stuff Muff to Shepard, and Shepard getting stunned as going for the goal. Technowubs is able to recover the discs, passes over to Unknown through the mid of the arena. We're going to have a little bit of a stack race here, but Snipe is able to pick it up first, getting stuffed out by Technowubs, who puts it in the goal for 2 more points.
Yeah, Orange is just rushing a little bit there on their offense. They just need to go for that one more pass, slow it down, and utilize their people in the bubble.
Yeah, absolutely. They could do well doing that too. We have Scottsdale Slither that just came back from a 10-point deficit and now is in the lead with the joust advantage as Reverb Mulberry. Shepard with the disc, looking to play a little bit of pass and go here, just trying to bait that stack, possibly stun them out, but they don't do it successfully, unfortunately. However, Stuff Muff is able to get a hand on the disc, but he gets his pocket picked by Gasolini. Gasolini sending a clear down into the Reverb Mulberry area, but Reverb is able to get a slap off on it back into the hands of Unknown. Unknown looking for a pass, but it takes an unfortunate bounce. Gasolini is able to get a hand on it, but does get it stolen there by the Reverb Mulberry stack and cleared into the Scottsdale Slither bubble. Unfortunately, a little bit of a bad bounce there results in a turnover. Technowubs is able to clear it out into the hands of Shepard, though. A lot of ping-ponging here in the arena in the last seconds of this quarter. Gasolini with the disc over to Cessnica and into the goal for another 3 points.
They utilized the numbers right there. That was a really good pass there from Gasolini over to Cessnica for that 3-point.
Yeah, definitely utilizing the last seconds on the clock and playing hard even if you have the lead. Kudos to Scottsdale Slither. Reverb Mulberry does not have enough time for the last joust of this quarter, unfortunately, but they will have 2 more to do so.
And with that being said, we are going to go to halftime with a word from our sponsors.
This summer, dinosaurs are in our world.
Pet dinosaur? Don't worry, I'll take care of you. Doug.
Harley-Davidson builds bikes that are meant to ride. There are vehicles your parents would recommend you drive. Then there are the motorcycles your crazy uncle who gave you fireworks for your birthday tells you to ride. You wouldn't want to let your uncle down, would you? If your need is speed, chrome, and custom paint, check out all of the new and pre-owned bikes at Greenmount Road Harley-Davidson in O'Fallon, Illinois. Don't let your uncle down. Get to Greenmount.
Oh, welcome back from our halftime report brought to you by Big St. Charles Motorsports. If you don't know, if you probably don't know, you probably do know, but we have NFT raffles going on. And NEPA is going Web3 and will be issuing NFTs as a way to reward the community. Anyone who claims one of these NFTs will be eligible for future raffles and giveaways that will be conducted throughout the year. They're free to claim, and all you have to do, is fill out the claim form, and that can be found at www.nepavrpro.com/NFT. We've got some fun stuff planned, so don't miss out. And congrats to our most recent NFT raffle winners, including Rock Solid, who took home the grand top prize trip for 2 to the 2023 Charity Cup. And also shout out to Wiggles for the $100 gift card and the $50 gift cards to Grake, J Good, and the Asterion Mat winners are Cano, Faster X, and T Lud. Po up. Yeah, Phenom. Gotta do the po-aps.
And those are some pretty awesome prizes too. If you haven't seen them or if you didn't check it out, they're giving away really awesome prizes. You guys want to enter these giveaways, you want to watch the commercials, you want to look for the Easter eggs, it is definitely worth it. But Whip, talking about the game, we just saw a big comeback.
We indeed did, and a comeback and a takeover. The blue team, blue team, during whoever took the timeout, not sure who took the timeout, but they obviously did some pep talking and figured out what they needed to do in order to convert and come back to have a 5-point advantage over the Mulberry Reverb.
Yeah, the timeout definitely worked in their favor. I don't know if it was an intentional one, looking for the pep talk, or just maybe a change of strategy, or fixing some technical issues. Icing the other team, there's many things it could have been, but whatever it was, it worked in their favor, and they did the right thing there. So, yeah, for sure, definitely a good look there from Scottsdale Slither.
Yes, for sure. Blue is doing really good about getting their stacks together real quick and converting on those open goal opportunities, as well as, Gasolini had some great interceptions there and saves. And Orange also, they just, during their clearing boost, they just need to get their stacks together in order to convert on those clearing boosts.
Absolutely. And if I could take my guess, I would say that our captain over there on Reverb Mulberry probably gave a pretty good pep talk, maybe a little bit of a strategy change just to get themselves back in the game here during that halftime. But we do have the initial joust here of our third quarter of this first game here. With the first touch on disc is going to go to Reverb Mulberry. Snipe with the disc, has a little bit of space here, sends a pass down low. It does not connect, but it is able to, be picked up by Technowubs. is able to pick the pocket there, getting a almost clear out, but Gasolini gets a hand on it, does send it all the way through. We have a stack in the area. Unknown with the disc sends a pass over to Gasolini. Gasolini does a little dance on the pole, but doesn't make it into the goal. Unfortunately, Snipe with the disc gets his pocket picked by Gasolini. Gasolini back passing. Ooh, but Technowubs is not able to get a hand on it. Gasolini losing it again after a little bit of a scuffle in the arena here, but it does end up in the Reverb Mulberry side of the bubble and into the goal from Gunny Saw for 2 points.
Hey, yo. They took another 2-point lead.
They did indeed, and we have an opportunity here for Reverb Mulberry to change up their rollout a little bit. Snipe with the disc, looking to draw his defenders, that offensive stack that was stopping their plays, not able to bait them just enough, but the back pass from Stuff Muff does successfully work to bait the stack. Lots of great passing in a triangular format just to draw that stack, attempting to stun them. Shepard with the disc, going for the shot, but saved by Gasolini. With the pickup is Snipe getting the stun off the shield there. Back passes over to Stuff Muff. Stuff Muff up high to Shepard. Shepard looking for a, I think it was a shot, but it's in the hands of Aaron and into the goal by Snipe for 2 points.
That was a great job looking for that extra pass there in order to convert. You know, when you're in the bubble, you got to look, you know, it's always safer to go for that one extra pass to get that conversion.
Is it Aaron or is it Aaron? Y'all can yell at me in my
Baron?
DMs later.
I say Baron.
Aaron, I like it. Let's go with it. Gasolini with the disc. Ooh, stuffed by Snipe on that offensive stack. Maybe going for a shot, but it doesn't quite make it in, just off a little bit, but able to be recovered by himself, sending a pass over to shoulder where Stuff Muff is. Stuff Muff backing it out of the bubble, taking their time, looking for that disc control. Sending a back pass over to Baron. Baron up high. Ooh, the interception by Gunny Saw and cleared out over into the Reverb Mulberry area with the hand on it is Gunny Saw. Unfortunately, the shot did not make it in, and it's going to be picked up by Baron. Baron clears it out into the Scottsdale Slither bubble all the way there with the stacks there. Technowubs has the disc, is able to go for the pass over to Gasolini. Gasolini is not able to get it off, unfortunately. Stuff Muff going for the shot, doesn't quite make it in. With the disc is Shepard under goal with the pass to Baron and into the goal for 2 points.
One more pass. Now we have a 3-point game. Let's see here if Blue is going to respond.
Out from the gate, Gasolini with a quick pass over to Unknown in the tunnel. Unknown gets it off, but unfortunately it does not get into the hands of Technowubs. He is able to get a slap off of it. No stacks rushing to the disc, but the 50 does go in favor of Reverb Mulberry, but into the hands of Gasolini. Gasolini looking to get it off fast as he has some pressure. It is going to be collected by Unknown. A lot of pressure there again from the Reverb Mulberry stack. They send an attempted shot. Almost in, but Gunny Saw is there to pick it up. Lots of pockets being picked over here with the disc. Everyone's overshooting it, just bouncing around the floor of the arena. The slap comes over from Reverb Mulberry, and Shepard gets a hand on it, slaps it off. It does not go to any teammates, unfortunately, so Gasolini is able to get there with his stack ready. A little bit of a leech there, though. Snipe stuns him out. Technowubs picks up the disc, jukes around all his defenders, and slam dunks it in the goal for 2 points.
Hey, yo. Scottsdale Slither up by 5 points using their passing in order to convert. That's what we need.
That is what they needed indeed, and what a comeback from the Scottsdale Slither here. Snipe with the disc, moving forward, beginning to walk, looking to just lessen the passing length would be my guess. Stuff Muff getting stuffed by Unknown, sending the disc down into bubble. Almost a shot, it just is off. We've got a little bit of a stack race there. Stuff Muff is able to get the slap off. With the disc is Snipe. Snipe sending an attempted shot, but it's picked up by Gunny Saw. Gunny Saw clearing the disc out through the mid of the arena, but into the hands of Stuff Muff after an unfortunate bounce up to Snipe. Snipe over to Baron, and Baron into the goal for 2 points.
Always have to go for that one extra pass. They're doing a great job looking for the open opportunities there.
From the tunnels, Gasolini sending a quick pass over, but that stack again, super aggressive coming from Reverb Mulberry, was able to stun them out there. A little bit of a turnover, but does get back in the hands of Scottsdale Slither. Taking their time, sending a back pass to Gasolini. Gasolini walking his way up the arena, gets a little bit of pressure there from Baron. The pass over to Gunny Saw is good. Gunny Saw approaching Bubble with 2 defenders on, sends a pass high over to Unknown. Unknown juking around on the shield and gets it in the goal for 2 points after a little bit of dancing.
Got to utilize the dance moves, man. Utilize that shield.
Definitely is a great way to send in a super fast disc into the goal. Not able to be picked up by many goalies. That's all right, though, because that's what the anchor shot's for. A nice give and go play coming here from Reverb Mulberry. Stuff Muff with the disc. Just walking up through tunnel. We've got a little bit of stack distraction going on there. From the other side of Reverb Mulberry, a bounce pass attempting over to Baron results in a turnover. Technowub's going for the long 3 just off the ring, unfortunately, but Gunny Saw is there to pick it up. Approaching Bubble, sending the cut pass over to Technowubs. It looks like Shepard was able to get a hand on that, but unfortunately, the game says that the point still goes to Scottsdale Slither. So, what are you looking at, Whip?
Man, Duck Meta always wins.
Dunk
That's
Meta
what,
does.
That's what I saw there.
Dunk Meta does win indeed. With the disc is Snipe. Snipe taking his time to walk up towards the stack. Sends a pass over to Baron. Baron taking his time on wedge. Passes over to Stuff Muff. Stuff Muff back over to Snipe. A lot of great triangular positions from this team. We see Shepard with the disc. Going for the shot. It does not make it in, unfortunately. A little bit of scuffle for the disc results in a turnover and an attempted slap clear. Shepard has the disc again, passing. Ooh, just off a bow tie with an unfortunate bounce, but able to be picked up again. Stuff Muff with the disc, going for the pass over to Shepard and into the goal for 2 points.
They did a great job there looking for their open man. There was a lot of clumping there, but Orange was able to find that open man, Shepard, and he was able to bring that in for 2 points.
Absolutely, and with just a few seconds on the clock and the deficit in the scoreboard for the Reverb Mulberry, that is exactly what they need to go into this next quarter. A little bit of momentum goes a very long way for the mentality in this game, and mentality is a huge, important part of this game. So kudos to Reverb Mulberry for sticking in the game until the last seconds and just gaining that momentum that you need to move into this next quarter.
Yeah, for sure. During that round, there were some really great saves by both teams. But Gasolini was popping off there. Snipe Dash, looking at these stats, Snipe Dash has 14 points, 2 assists, 2 saves, and 26 stuns. He's out there killing it right now. Shepard, kudos to you and goal, man. You did a great job trying to save that dunk. But we're gonna go to a quick commercial by our sponsors. Welcome back. Here we are. We're about to go into our 4th quarter of this game. This has been a very close game. And right now it's only a 5-point difference. We do have a timeout from one of the teams, not sure who. But anyways, I think if Orange just slows down, looks for one more pass, and gets their stacks together during, their clear and boost opportunities to convert, they should be able to answer these 5 points very easily. Blue team, they're doing really good, juking around, trying to keep open and look for their open lanes to pass to their, teammates in order to convert. But they're just doing really good about slowing it down, looking for their open pass opportunity, and driving forward to the bubble.
Yeah,
And taking advantage of the open goal opportunities. Okay. So, if you guys don't know, we are doing commercials throughout the AAA and Pro series. There are NEPA themed Easter eggs hidden in each of them. Some are obvious and some are really hidden. So, everyone who can name in the commercials, the Easter eggs that you find, jot them down, keep a list. You'll be entered to win a $250 gift basket plus $100 cash. So, keep an eye out for those Easter eggs during the commercials. We have an unpause here. We are going back to the game.
We are indeed. And with the last quarter here, the last initial joust, we've got 4 seconds on the clock. The first touch on the disc going to Scottsdale. Slitherbuck getting stunned out in the process. But first possession is over to Scottsdale. Slither Gunnysaw with the disc, looking for the cut pass to Technowubs. Technowubs looking to drive the goal and getting it into the goal for 2 points.
I think that was some dunk meta, but I think the headbutt might have went off of the goalie there. I'm not quite sure. But like I said, dunk meta always wins.
Dunk meta always does win, and when it goes off the goalie's head, I like to shout noggin personally, but that's just a preference of mine. Snipe with the disc, crossing over Bowtie, looking to send a pass over to Stuff Muff. Stuff Muff passes over to Shepard. Shepard back over to Snipe. Snipe down low to Baron. Baron getting stunned out by Gunnysaw. Gunnysaw sending it clear over into Tunnel, into the bubble, and Shepard in, maybe a little bit of a technical goal again. Not quite sure which happened there, but 2 more points for Scottsdale. Slither Shepard did get a hand on it, but it does again go 2 points on the board for Scottsdale. Slither with an opportunity here for Reverb Mulberry to get to respond here. Snipe with the disc sends the pass fast over to an attempted teammate, but unfortunately that aggressive stack there is able to pick it up, stun out that team. With the disc is Technowubs getting the end one, but gets stunned out in the process. Unknown is able to recover the disc, backing out of bubble, looking to just set up some offense there, but a great stop there from Reverb Mulberry. With the disc is Technowubs looking for the back pass over to Unknown. Unknown clearing the disc out through the mid of the arena, but it doesn't quite make it, but that's okay. That's what teammates are for. Technowubs picks it up and clears out all the way in. Gunnysaw with the disc in bubble does get stunned out. Gasolini is able to pick it back up and into the goal for 2 points.
That was a great job there. Unknown, I think we have another pause, but Unknown did a great job there. They didn't have stacks together, but he did have the opportunity to clear it down the field and have that bounce option. Unknown also did a good job backing out there when they were in the bubble, and they had that, they didn't have enough men there in the bubble. He backed it out, looked for a reset, and they were able to convert.
Yeah, for sure, definitely. And that's a hard thing to break mentality-wise. Like, you've got disc, you're approaching bubble, you want to drive the goal. Like, that's just instinct, is to drive the goal. But this game is so important to have control over the disc and to take advantage when you have the numbers advantage. And so backing it out of goal changes the entire game. It's no longer a forced pressure into the goal. You can kind of take control of the arena into your hands and get the points on the board that you want to see. So great move there from Unknown, taking the time to back it out and resisting the urge to just drive the goal.
Yeah, because that's what we all love to do. We all love to, take them opportunities. But Orange Team, here I think they're getting got by a lot of the dunk meta right now. Shepard's doing his best in goal. They just need to capitalize on those clear and boost opportunities and those conversions.
Definitely, and you know what? We've seen an adjustment there from the Reverb Mulberry where they've just changed their rollout slightly, creating that triangular formation and playing that passing game. It's done well for them over just passing through tunnels and getting stuffed in the process. So great change from Reverb Mulberry. Maybe just hoping a little bit more quick passes to see success and more points on the board from that joust advantage. We have Stuff Muff with the disc, sends a pass over to Snipe. Snipe back to Stuff Muff. Ooh, looking for Snipe again, but he was not unstunned before the disc is passed, but he's able to recover it, so that's okay. Sending a back pass over to Shepard on the back line, back over to Snipe, playing that back and forth again. This is a great thing that we're seeing a change here from this team. Just finding a way to control the disc. Stuff Muff passing over to Baron. Baron looking for the goal, but it is stopped by Gasolini. Gasolini gets a lot of great saves in this game. Stuff Muff has the disc, looking to send a pass over to Baron. Baron losing a hand on the disc. Unfortunately, it is slapped out by Scottsdale Slither, picked up by Technowubs. Going for the shot, but it does not make it in. Unfortunately, Baron is able to get the slap out of the arena. Ooh, just getting the slap off is Scottsdale Slither, but Snipe's able to pick it up. Snipe, I don't know if that was looking for the goal or his teammate, but either way, that's okay, because Stuff Muff is there to clean up. Stuff Muff approaching goal, looking for his options. Ooh, going for the long three, but it does not make it. Unfortunately, the disc is almost cleared out. Baron is able to pick it up, sending a pass over to his teammate who's stunned out. Unknown is able to recover the disc, sending a clear out through the tunnel and into the Reverb Mulberry side of the arena. We have stacks coming. One overshoots. Ooh, with the disc is Stuff Muff. Stuff Muff gets a hand on it just before getting stunned out, but the pass attempt to Snipe is not successful. Gunny Saw looking to send it into the bubble, and the shot does not make it. Snipe gets a hand on it. Ooh, the clear is into the hands of Gasolini. Gasolini with the disc, getting a little bit of pressure there, but is able to get a pass off to Gunny Saw. Gunny Saw gets his pocket picked by Baron and cleared out into the tunnel with a teammate in the area. Shepard is able to get a hand on it and goes for the long three.
What you got to do to capitalize, got to close that gap there. We have a, let's see, 8-point game here. So in order for them, you know, they got to come back. They got to convert.
They do, and those threes are exactly what they need. We've only got 3 minutes left on the clock. They are not out of time, but they're definitely going to have to apply the pressure here. Gasolini with the disc, sending a pass over to Unknown. Unknown's pass doesn't quite connect with his teammate, unfortunately. Snipe is able to pick up the disc, going for the clear into the bubble, but Gunny Saw is there to pick it up. Ooh, clears it into the hands of Shepard. Shepard going for the behind the back a second time. It does not connect. Gasolini picks up the disc, looks to just get it out of the area, is with his stack partner, picks it up again. Unknown and Gasolini going to stack towards the disc. Overshoots it, unfortunately. Stack is a little bit broken, but into the hands of Technowubs. Technowubs doing his little dance again before getting it into the goal for 2 points.
We have a 10-point game. Dunk Meta always wins. That is my quote of this match.
That is my quote of this match. Dunk Meta always wins. Cool
Yep.
it. Quote it.
Quote it.
Quote it. Reverb Mulberry has the joust advantage with the discus. Snipe sending a quick pass into tunnel where Baron is. Baron looking for the high pass over to Shepard. Shepard looking to back it out of bubble just to get that three-pointer there, but a goalie is there, stops it, picked up again by Snipe. Snipe juking out the stack, sends a bounce pass over to, ooh, Baron. Baron almost getting stunned out, losing the disc, but is able to get a hand on it. Stuff Muff with the disc at bow tie, looking to send a pass down low to his teammate, but it doesn't connect, unfortunately. Gasolini is able to pick it up and clear it through the mid of the arena. With it is Gunny Saw. Gunny Saw getting stunned out, but that's okay. Unknown is there to pick it up. Juking off a shield again, going for the shot. It doesn't make it. Baron's able to slap it out of the area, but no stacks in sight. So Unknown grabs the disc again, sending a pass up high to Technowubs. Technowubs doing a little jukey dancy again and into the goal for 2 points.
What a dime of a pass there from Unknown all the way across the arena. That was a great bounce pass there to Techno so he could bring it in for 2.
It definitely was a great bounce pass. This team, we're seeing Scottsdale Slither function as one unit, and it is beautiful. They have a lot of great connections going on here. Passes, plays, just the way that their stacks are getting together and getting together fast. So kudos to Scottsdale Slither with the disc is Snipe. Snipe sending a pass high to Shepard, who gets his pocket picked by Technowubs. Technowubs passing down over to Unknown. Unknown sending it into the bubble, but hey, who put that star there? That's not fair. The disc is a little bit array, but Baron gets a hand on it, sending a pass over to Snipe. Snipe in tunnel with the disc, uncontested, sends a pass to Stuff Muff. Stuff Muff with the disc, still uncontested, approaching bubble, sends a pass high to Baron. Baron driving goal for 2 more points for Reverb Mulberry.
Yeah, Mulberry Reverb right there utilized their numbers advantage and just walked it up. Nobody pushed Stuff Muff, and he just looked for his open pass to Baron and converted there. That was a really great utilization of numbers.
It was indeed, but unfortunately for Reverb Mulberry, there is only 12 seconds left on the clock, and the joust advantage goes to Scottsdale Slither with the headbutt through the mid of the arena into the hands of Stuff Muff. Stuff Muff looking for the clear. There is not enough time on the clock. This game goes to Scottsdale Slither.
Congrats, Scottsdale Slither. Man, you guys came out with a vengeance there. After whoever utilized that first timeout, Blue used that to their advantage, and they got together and figured out what they were going to do in order to change their course of momentum, and they sure did. Getting a 10-point advantage at the end of this game. Shout out to everybody on Scottsdale Slither and to Mulberry Reverb. It was a great game. And let's see. Looking at the stats here, Snipe had 14 points, 2 assists, 3 saves. Shepard, great job in goal. He also did some great conversions there. And with that being said, we've got people leaving, so my stats are vanishing from in front of my eyes. With that being said, the player of the match brought to you by Holtz Hour Auto and Motorsports, I have to say, would be Techno Wubs. He did a great job intercepting, converting, but also looking for that open pass. So that is my player of the match that I suggest.
I am torn between Gasolini and Technowubs, both of them working in the arena. Technowubs just having a really, really great conversion rate, able to get around his defenders, but Gasolini was all over the place. A lot of big saves from Gasolini, definitely doing them justice because they would have been going in the goal. That would have been points in favor of Reverb Mulberry. I think I have to lean towards Gasolini just running the entirety of the arena and doing a great job at getting points on the board, making sure he's recovering loose discs, getting those saves in. So, yeah.
I definitely want to put an honorable mention out there to Snipe Dash, though, on Mulberry Reverb. He did a great job as far as, looking for his open teammates, converting, and, juking around. He had a lot of interceptions that game also.
He did indeed. And one thing to touch on too, just Reverb Mulberry did a great job adjusting in game, which is not an easy thing when you start to see that what you're doing is not working. Sometimes it can be, you've only got a few seconds in that tunnel to adjust your jousts and, do what you need to do to kind of combat the team that you're in the arena with and their play style. And Reverb Mulberry did a great job at that after 2 unsuccessful rollouts that were stuffed by the Scottsdale Slithers change in their offensive stack. They were able to form that triangle and play that passing game, trying to stun out the stack, and it did work for them way more than it did with their previous rollouts, just looking for those split tunnels and those long passes that are easily intercepted. So great job there for the in-arena adjustment from Reverb Mulberry.
Yes, I agree. So everybody, please stay tuned. We have another amazing AAA match coming up. We have the New Haven Ninjas against the Toronto Sorcerers coming up for our second match. back to NEPA TV. We have another round of AAA action coming to you live. Here's another recap of the rules. There are 8-minute quarters, 5-minute halftime, 1-minute timeout per team per half. Fifth player is allowed in the locker room only. Overtime is a golden goal, so whoever scores first wins. And as always, no toxic or discriminatory behavior. Always remember to be kind to one another. So, with that being said, we have your next match is the New Haven Ninjas versus the Toronto Sorcerers. In the arena, we have Jay Frenzel, Breezebo, Bloop, Captain Canada, and Superfly. And then for the Toronto Sorcerers, we have Lil Guipo, Goran, Hunavelli, Dylan, and Impulse. This is going to be a great match. I cannot wait to see this action. So, Queen, tell me about it. What you thinking?
I am just super stoked to see these teams play. Honestly, I know some of these players, more so in passing. Breezebo, I just love his brain in the arena. Super.
Yeah.
It's so fun to learn from Breezebo and to play with him. So super excited to see him play personally. Yeah. What about you, Cool Whip?
I have to agree. Breezebo and Supa I've played probably with the most on the New Haven Ninjas team. And as far as the Toronto Sorcerers go, Lil Guipo and Hunavelli play a lot with both of those. I honestly can't wait to see. I think it's going to be close. I don't think it's going to be like a sweep. I think it's going to be a really close game here.
Those are always the funnest to watch. Quick responses from both teams. Super excited to see that for sure.
We have a ready
Looks
up.
like, I was just going to say, sounds like we're getting some ready ups here. So we're going to get straight into the action. Teams
Let's
are
go.
Let's go. Teams are getting ready in tunnel. First initial joust of this game. First quarter. Let's see who gets the first touch. First touch to New Haven Ninjas, but first possession almost the same. The slap out there from New Haven Ninjas. We've got Bloop able to pick it up in bubble, going for the shot, but it does not connect, unfortunately. Into the hands of Hunavelli. Hunavelli getting the clear out through tunnel, but not all the way. And there is New Haven Ninja stacks in the area. Breezebo with the disc, sending a clear over towards bubble, able to be picked up by J-Fran. J-Fran with the disc, just walking his way on the wall, doing a little bit of pump faking, doesn't get the shot. Unfortunately, Hunavelli is able to get the clear, but Breezebo on the back line picks up the disc, sends a pass over to J-Fran. J-Fran doing his thing on the wall there, sending it back over to Breezebo due to some pressure from Hunavelli. Breezebo over to Superfly on the ceiling, doing a little bit of crawling. It is so hard to defend people on the ceiling. Over to J-Fran and into the goal for 2 points as he does a little bit of a celebratory dance.
New Haven Ninjas right there did a great job resetting the disc and looking for the open man, looking for the man advantage there. Also, utilized their juking in order to, convert there. That was awesome. Awesome conversion.
Absolutely. We've seen a lot of wall crawling over there from the New Haven Ninjas. With the disc is Goran. Goran sending a pass to Hunavelli. Hunavelli uncontested at the moment, going for the long three. You cannot leave the goal open in these games. That puts the Toronto Sorcerers up by 1 after a quick response to the New Haven Ninjas, but with an opportunity to take the arena back into their control is the New Haven Ninjas. Out from the gate with the disc, we have Bloop. Bloop taking his time, juking around, going up to the ceiling, getting a little bit of pressure there, sends a pass over to Breezebo. Breezebo getting stunned out before getting a clear pass off. Hunavelli is able to recover the disc, getting some pressure there, a little bit of unfortunate bounces off of the Geos and into the hands of J-Fran. J-Fran just taking their time, walking up, sends a pass to Breezebo. Breezebo up high to Bloop. Bloop losing his hand on the disc, unfortunately, into the hands of Dylan, but back into Breezebo. Lots of ping-ponging, lots of great positioning coming from New Haven Ninjas, driving bubble and into the goal for 2 points from Bloop.
Yeah, that was a great push there. They had the numbers advantage right there. Good job pump faking, trying to psych out that goalie, and ultimately did get that conversion.
They did indeed, and New Haven Ninjas are, I don't know if it's right place, right time, or if these are just, really great positioning coming from them, especially their backliner, Breezebo, always able to recover that clear there. But we do have Goran with the disc from Toronto Sorcerers getting his pocket picked by Breezebo as we're talking about him. Breezebo going for the mail slot 3, but just off a shield. Ooh, a little bit of head bonkers there from their teammate results in a turnover. Hunavelli with the disc sending an attempted pass over to Dylan, but it doesn't quite connect. A little bit of scuffle for the disc, ends up in the hands of Superfly. Superfly over to Jay Fran. Jay Fran sends a pass over to Breezebo. Breezebo driving bubble and getting it in for another 2 points for New Haven Ninjas.
There we go. We see it again, utilizing that numbers advantage and just, collapsing in the bubble, and they had, just got to push.
Absolutely. A lot of great positioning following, leaving passing lanes open from the New Haven Ninjas. I'm going to go ahead and guess that Toronto Sorcerers are going to take an opportunity to adjust a little bit. A scuffed rollout, but back in the hands of Goran. Goran looking to send a clear out through the mid of the arena. We did have Lil Guipo able to get a hand on it for a second, but Superfly picking it up. Going for a shot, but Goran picks it up, clears it out to Lil Guipo. Lil Guipo in tunnel sending a cross pass over to Hunavelli. Hunavelli going for the open 3, does not make it, unfortunately. Dylan almost recovers it. Lil Guipo doing a little twisty turny to get on the ceiling there after recovering the disc, avoiding their defenders, but a missed pass results in Superfly picking up the disc, sending it over into the Toronto Sorcerers end of the arena. Everyone overshooting the disc, but Bloop is able to get a hand on it there, sending a pass down low to Superfly. Superfly getting some pressure there, sending a pass to Jay Fran. Jay Fran passing back to Superfly, and Superfly to the goal for 2 points.
That was a great job passing right there. You always got to go for that one extra pass. Blue right there just needed to get their stacks together a little bit quicker to get back to goal. But also, if they could have got it together a little bit quicker, they probably could have picked that disc back up there and trap.
Yeah, absolutely. Stack before you need to be stacks. TM, vacant ace. Thanks for teaching me that. We have Dylan with the disc, sending a pass over to Goran. Goran, almost uncontested, driving goal and getting 2 points for the Toronto Sorcerers. That is that quick conversion that they need.
Agreed. Yeah, just, collapsing in bubble there. He had the momentum coming in. He did have some defenders coming up on him, but once again, just utilizing them pump fakes and then, slammed it in for the 2.
Absolutely great move there from Goran with the disc is Bloop turning around and going on to ceiling, getting some pressure there from his defender, sends a pass to Jay Fran. Jay Fran getting pressure from the stack, sends a pass over to Superfly and stuns out that offensive stack in the process. Superfly looking for the clear into the hands of Jay Fran. Jay Fran getting stunned out in the process, though. We have Dylan with the disc looking to clear it out through tunnel. It does make its way through. Ooh, and into the goal by Goran for 3 points for Toronto Sorcerers, tying up the game. That is what they needed. We still have 2 minutes and 10 seconds on the clock in this quarter here. What are you seeing, Whip?
Flip it and ship it. That's what I seen.
Flip it and ship it. There's your analysis. How you like them apples? Bloop with the disc, turns around, send a pass to Superfly with a lot of pressure there from 3 defenders. That does leave a lot of, numbers advantage in the bubble, but Jay Fran does get stuffed out in the process. Goran with the disc, looking to send a clear out. It does not make it, take some unfortunate bounces, but that's okay. He's there to clean up, looking to send another clear out, but it is into the hands of Superfly. Superfly looking to send it down into the Toronto Sorcerers bubble. Breezebo able to get a hand on it, but getting stunned out in the process. The attempted shot from Superfly just off the ring. Lil Guipo getting a hand on it, clearing it out through the mid of the arena and successfully into the New Haven Ninjas zone. Bloop doing a little bit of juking there, able to keep the disc, but the clear is not good. Lil Guipo, that was dirty. With a quick pickup and the shot on an empty goal. 3 points for Toronto Sorcerers.
Yeah, I think that the Sorcerers right now are thriving off of that momentum from the hype of that half-court shot there by Goran, so keep it going.
I would say so indeed. What was once a deficit score for them, they have done a great job bridging the gap. Jay Fran with the disc, sending a pass down low to Breezebo. Breezebo juking around on the floor, taking their time, sends a pass over to Superfly, drawing out those defenders, doing a great job pulling them way out of the bubble, creating the numbers advantage. Breezebo with the disc up high to Bloop. Bloop driving goal for 2 points for New Haven Ninjas. And Whip, you called it. This is the back and forth that you were saying we were going to see here in this match.
Yup, and see, there they are right there, you know, utilizing, pulling out another defender, looking for an open man, and just driving the goal.
Absolutely, and we do have just a few seconds left on the clock in this quarter. Lil Guipo with the disc, sending it, attempting to go all the way down low, but it is taking some weird bounces and into the hands of Breezebo. Breezebo just buying time, clearing it into their bubble. And that is the end of this first quarter of this match, and we will be right back after a quick word from our sponsors.
Tired of the side effect of side-by-side hair? Not when you have a Kawasaki. Your love of your Kawasaki Teryx 1000 will save you from side-by-side hair. Enjoy your Kawasaki on all types of terrain and magically eliminate the chance of messy, unwanted side-by-side hair. Go green this summer with Kawasaki. Get your favorite Kawasaki motorcycles, ATVs, and side-by-sides today at Holzhauer Pro Motorsports in Nashville, Illinois.
Yeah! Side-by-side hair, just don't care.
All right. Hey, yo, welcome back from our commercial. We're going to go over a little bit of stats from the first quarter. We've got, you know, blue team there scored 3 open goals. They were all 3 threes. So I would suggest, you know, I'm sure orange team is going over it right now. You know, they need to get their stacks back quicker, get back to goal in order to, you know, inhibit that from happening. So with that being said, we've got Goran with 5 points, Lil Guipo with 3, and Hunter with 3 also. Orange team, J Friends with 2, Breezebo with 2, Bloop with 4, and Supa with 2. Here we go. We're going to head back into this second quarter of this match.
Indeed, and the stats board for the New Haven Ninjas does just show how great their teamwork is. Everyone having a little bit of something on the stats board there with the first touches. New Haven Ninjas, Bloop with the disc, is able to maintain the possession there, sending a pass over to Superfly. Superfly juking around, doing his thing there with only 2 defenders in the bubble and getting 2 points on the board.
Hey, yo, that's what you got to do. You just got to push to the goal when you got the numbers. Convert.
And that is what they did indeed. So, Joust advantage to the Toronto Sorcerers. Wow, we're singing on cast here. Welcome to NEPA TV. With the disc is Lil Guipo sending a pass into tunnel where Hunavelli is. Hunavelli getting stunned out, but is able to get the pass off. An attempted back pass does not connect, unfortunately. Ooh, a little bit of scuffle for the disc results in Lil Guipo getting a hand on it and clearing it out into the New Haven Ninja bubble. And their stacks are there before they're back. 2 more points for Toronto Sorcerers.
That was a great interception there, down there in Trench, because the Ninjas had somebody sitting there on right wall ready to convert, and that was a really great conversion by Blue.
Absolutely. Indeed, we've got Bloop with the disc juking around the nest, sending a pass over to J-Fran just before the tunnel starts. J-Fran getting a pass over to Superfly. Superfly almost uncontested there, getting a little bit of pressure, but not much. Sends a pass to Breezebo. Breezebo up to J-Fran. J-Fran sends a back pass over to Superfly. Superfly sending a pass high to where J-Fran is. J-Fran doing a little bit of laddering, getting a pass over to Bloop, and Bloop into the goal for 2 points in that there bottom pocket.
Man, that is textbook right there. Backing it out, you know, utilizing the numbers advantage. There was great passing right there. J-Friends didn't have to go for that extra pass there, but he did, and that's where they got that conversion there by Blue. Great 2-pointer.
Absolutely. Those last-minute passes do confuse goalies. I mean, it's hard. You're expecting someone to drive the goal, and they send a quick pass, it connects, and all of a sudden you've got the disc coming in the goal in a different direction than you thought it was. We did have a little bit of stuff there, from the New Haven Ninjas. Picking up the disc, J-Fran is there, going for the 3 and making it. New Haven Ninjas are up now. What did you see there, Whip?
Well, what I saw there was an open goal and a great 3-pointer opportunity to bring them up with a 4-point lead here to the New Haven Ninjas. Let's see what the Toronto Sorcerers are going to do here on this joust.
Absolutely. Lil Guipo with the disc sends a quick pass to Goran in tunnel. Goran almost uncontested, but coming from behind is that offensive stack there. Quick pass to Hunavelli. Hunavelli looking for the back pass to Lil Guipo. That forward stack doing work there. Goran gets the 3.
There you go. That was also textbook right there of looking for your back pass and your reset and quick passing. That's one of the great things about CV1, man. It's a lot easier to throw accurate passes.
Accurate and fast. Those long passes are easy to intercept, but when you can get them off fast, it does make its way through stacks. A great job there, though, from the New Haven Ninjas, applying that pressure, forcing them to make those quick passes. J-Fran with the disc, sending a pass to Breezebo. Breezebo over on Pack, juking around some defenders. The pass doesn't quite connect because of that pressure, and there's a turnover there. Lil Guipo gets his hand on the disc, looking for the clear, but Bloop is there in the back line to pick it up, sending a pass to Superfly, and Superfly going for the open three, but it is just off. Able to recover the disc is Breezebo with some pressure there from Hunavelli. Ooh, and the stop from Dylan and the clear into tunnel, out over all the way into the New Haven Ninja area. Goran picks it up and puts it in the goal for 3 points.
There's another one of those open three-pointers. Orange team there, another one of those three-pointers. They just gotta, get their stacks together to get back to the orange goal in order to intercept those.
Yeah, absolutely. A little bit more of a maybe conservative defense there from the New Haven Ninjas would do them well to not have those threes happening. Ooh, and the big save from Lil Guipo on the stack back to goal there. A clear into the high trap area, bouncing around. Lil Guipo getting a hand on it, but getting stunned out, and now in the hands of Breezebo. Breezebo looking around to see who's around him, sends the disc down, taking a little bit of a wild bounce. No stacks in the area, so Lil Guipo is able to pick it up and send it out. But those New Haven Ninja stacks were ready to go. However, it ends up in the hands of Dylan. Dylan sending a pass over to Goran. Goran, not much pressure there from the defenders, sends a pass to Hunavelli. Hunavelli approaching goal, but back passes to Goran, maintaining that connection. They did not have the numbers advantage. A pass down low to Hunavelli. Hunavelli juking around, driving goal for 2 points.
That was a great job right there. They slowed that down and being able to pull out a defender, looking for their open man in bubble and driving into bubble in order to get that great dunk there by Hana.
Absolutely. Here it is. Do you want to say your line because it applies here?
Dunk meta always wins the game.
Absolutely. Great stun there from Superfly, resulting in an almost turnover. But we did have the Toronto Sorcerers able to get a hand back on it. Goran with the disc. Ooh, getting his pocket picked out by Breezebo. Breezebo getting stunned out, but Superfly able to get a hand on it, clearing it out through the mid of the arena into the Sorcerer's area, bouncing around on the floor in the low trap. J-Fran, ooh, gets his pocket picked by Dylan. Dylan sending a clear or pass over to Lil Guipo. Lil Guipo possibly going for the shot just off the ring on the bottom there. Picked up by Superfly, who gets stunned out. Disc is in the hands of Dylan. Dylan sending a pass over to Lil Guipo. Lil Guipo looking for the pass, but it doesn't connect to their teammate, unfortunately. So we have Bloop with the disc juking around on the ceiling, sending a clear out through tunnel, not making it, ending up bouncing around in the high trap. Dylan picks it up, sends a pass over to Hunavelli. Hunavelli using the Cloud Geo there to juke around his defender. Sends a pass. Ooh, it does get missed there by his teammate, but it's able to be passed back to Goran. Goran picking up the disc, faking some passes there, looking to get some defenders faked out. Ooh, an open goal, but the shot is missed, unfortunately. Picked back up by Hunavelli. Hunavelli on the Cloud. Again, juking around, trying to pull those defenders out. Sends it over to Goran. Goran to Lil Guipo. Lil Guipo driving, and the bounce shot for 2 points.
That was another great job there, backing that out and looking for that cross pass over there to Goran, and Goran just sending it down really quick and fast to Guipo so he can get that in for another 2 points. Giving them a 5-point, or not, 6-point advantage.
6-point advantage, yeah. Definitely, New Haven Ninjas is leaving goal open quite a bit there. Bloop sending a pass to J-Fran. J-Fran over to Superfly. Superfly, not much pressure there as the offensive stack is stunned out. Looking for the pass to Breezebo, but it just misses his hands. Dylan's able to recover it, but into the hands of Superfly. Superfly driving goal. Ooh, with a stunned out goalie off of ring. But Bloop is there to help him out. That's what teammates are for. Cleaning up your messes. Way to go, Bloop. 2 more points on the board for the New Haven Ninjas.
Yeah, that was a great job there. That was a great interception. Shout out to Superfly there.
Absolutely. Superfly able to react quickly with the joust advantage. We have Toronto Sorcerers. Lil Guipo takes the disc, looking for a clear out through the mid of the arena, but it doesn't work out in their favor. Superfly gets a hand on the disc. Supa sending a pass over to Bloop. Bloop looking to do a little bit of juking, but has a defender on his tail. Still drives the goal and gets 2 more points on the board for the New Haven Ninjas.
Luke got hops. He's got them hops.
And that is the end of our second quarter of this match, and we will be right back after a quick word from our sponsors.
Hit me. Hit me. Hit me. Give me some new. Mississippi putting it down. I'm the hottest round. I told y'all can't stop me now. Listen to me now. I'm lasting 20 rounds. And if you want me, then come on get me now. Is you with me now? The biggie bounce. I know you dig the way I switch my style. Holla, holla. Get your freak on. 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 Get your freak on.
Everybody, welcome back from our halftime report brought to you by Big St. Charles Motorsports. Here we have all season long here at NEPA, we'll be issuing POAPs to anyone who shows up to live broadcast, fills out the claim form, and with a secret password. The form can be found at www.nepavrpro.com/NFT. Each week we will be highlighting a different franchise as the POAP logo shows up each week, so you can collect all 16 teams. The more that you collect, the more potential you have in order to unlock rewards. The deadline to submit each of these is going to be 9 p.m. Eastern on Sunday, June 12th. So that's this Sunday, 9 p.m. And your secret password for this week is Pro Series Week 1, all one word. Pro Series Week 1. Again, that is your secret password in order to claim your POAP for this week. And like I said, this will go every week. There will be a new secret password for you to collect, and then whenever you collect those, put in your forms. So,
And again, oh, sorry, Wet.
no, it's okay. I was just going to say that we have a really tight game here. It is only 2 points differentiating the ninjas from the sorcerers. And I believe I called it when I said that this was going to be really close and it's going to be back and forth. So what do you think?
You did indeed call it, and it has been super fun watching the back and forth. I do think that New Haven Ninjas are gonna have to have someone in goal a little bit more if they don't want the Toronto Sorcerers to run away with these open threes, because they're taking them and they're making them. Also, we've got a lot of ding shots coming from the New Haven Ninjas. They're playing some music there. Worse sound to hear, I do understand, but making those shots worth it and connect into the goal and revert 2 points on the board is super important when you get those looks at goal.
Yeah, I agree. Orange team has just got to get back to goal a little bit sooner because sorcerers are, thriving off of those open three-pointers. And I believe, that's majority how they got their lead here. So Orange team just needs to get their stacks together sooner. Pass and clear. Like if they're doing pass and boosting, they need to get their stacks together, and utilize the numbers advantage when they have it. And you called it. There was a lot of ding shots, but I do want to point out that there was a lot of good saves during that first half. I believe Guipo had some really nasty saves. At least that's what I have. I have some notes down about that. But shout out to Guips. Great goalkeeping there, my guy. But also Breezebo. Breezebo had some really great interceptions during that first half. So keeping open the line for passing. So
yeah, absolutely.
I believe we just got the 50-second. Okay.
Yeah, Breezebo's doing a great job there on that back line, just making sure he's in the proper positioning, making sure that those clears don't get through the mid of the arena, maintaining that possession for their team. So good job, Breezebo. You're doing a great job.
I concur. I'd like to see, Orange come out here with some fire. I kind of want to see them get on a, see them get on a tear, see what they can, fight back from this 2-point advantage and see what they can do. I'm sure they well, everybody was out there kind of, chilling in bubble there during the pause. So I'm sure everybody's spirits are high. They're all excited.
They definitely were. I saw them doing a little bit of dancing all together
Yeah.
in their robot bodies. Very nice. I dig it.
I bet Breeze was singing. What do you think?
I would bet Breeze is singing. I would bet Breeze is singing. One time Breeze and I duetted, so that was fun in the arena. Totally happened. But here we go. We have the initial joust here of our third quarter of this match. Counting down who the first possession is going to go to. Who do you think, Whip? Who's first possession?
Blue. Oh.
Ooh, New Haven Ninjas with the disc. Bloop juking around, looking for the pass. Takes an unfortunate bounce, but Jay Fran is able to pick it up. Going for the shot, but again, another ding there from the New Haven Ninjas into the hands of Lil Guipo, sending the clear out through tunnel and into the New Haven Ninja zone. But their stack was there, just a little bit of an overshoot, but Jay Fran is able to get a hand on it. Jay Fran looking for the pass over to Bloop. Bloop getting some pressure there, though, and now Lil Guipo has the disc. Lil Guipo to Hunavelli. Hunna with the disc over to Dylan. Dylan, ooh, gets his pocket picked by Breezebo again. Breezebo is always there, and the stack from New Haven Ninjas is able to pick up the disc. Supa sending the clear down into the bubble. Almost an attempted shot, just wide, but he's there to recover his own mess, so that's okay. Up on the ceiling is Supafly. Supafly does not have the numbers advantage here, so taking some time, letting their team set up. Sending a pass over to Jay Fran on the ceiling. Jay Fran getting that pressure there, and a little bit of a noggin on the disc from Dylan, and he's able to pick it up, send the clear. Oh, almost a clear out. Takes another unfortunate bounce. Those Geos are always in the way. Goran picks up the disc, this time almost successfully clearing it. Almost. Another bounce into the hands of Bloop. Bloop sending a pass to Jay Fran. Jay Fran back on the back line to Breezebo. Breezebo sending a quick pass down low, does not connect, unfortunately, so Lil Guipo picks it back up with some defenders on him, looks for the clear, almost out, bouncing around in the tunnel area. Bloop gets his hands on it, juking around a defender, but gets stunned out by Dylan. Dylan able to get the clear into the New Haven Ninja zone of the arena, but their stacks are there first, so New Haven Ninjas go to slap it up, but Lil Guipo picks it back up, dings the shot, unfortunately. The disc is loose, now in the hands of Hunavelli. Hunavelli to Goran. Goran taking his time on the ceiling, looking for Hunna again, but the pass was not quite there. Unfortunately, Goran able to recover it over to Lil Guipo. Lil Guipo back to Dylan on the back line. Dylan sending a pass to Goran. Goran looking for, I don't know if that was a pass or a shot, but either way, it didn't work out, unfortunately. Breezebo has the disc with a stack down in the area, looks to clear it out to them. Bloop with the disc going for the shot, but another ding there from the New Haven Ninjas. We are going to have to see them get that in the goal if they want to progress here, and there it is. As I say it, thank you for making me eat my words, Bloop. 2 more points for the New Haven Ninjas.
Yeah, the great conversion there to tie it up. Supa was doing some great job slowing it down, but Orange team is holding on to the disc a little bit long. Need to get rid of it. Jay Friend's got a little stuff there on floor. Just, look for the open man and get the pass off.
Absolutely, and with the offensive Joust Toronto Sorcerers, Hunavelli with the disc, going for the long 3 on the open goal again from New Haven Ninjas. Y'all, we gotta stop leaving that goal open. Supafly has the disc on the ceiling, doing a little bit of crawling, gets some pressure there from the defender, sends a clear out into the Toronto Sorcerers bubble, but Hunavelli is there to pick it up on the bow tie, getting some pressure there from his defenders, sends a clear out into the bubble and able to be picked up by Dylan with almost no defenders, but now they're there, so he back passes to Lil Guipo. Lil Guipo drives the goal for 2 points.
That was a great mental right there by Dylan. He thought about pushing there, but he did not have the numbers advantage, and he saw Lil Guipo cutting in and went for that cut pass instead. That was a great play right there.
That was, again, and another good fight against your instincts to drive goal, but that was a 4-on-1, so a great decision to back pass over from the Toronto Sorcerers. Superfly with the disc, getting stunned out, but is able to get the pass off to J-Fran. J-Fran with an open goal just high, unfortunately, but Superfly is able to recover the disc, sends a pass over to Bloop. Bloop on the bottom of Diamond there, going for the bounce pass. Ooh, but gets stunned out by Dylan. Dylan is able to just get it off. Lil Guipo picking up the disc, sending a pass high to Hunavelli. Hunavelli looking around, making sure no defenders are coming to stun him out, grab the disc, anything like that. Sends a pass to Lil Guipo. Lil Guipo getting stuffed in the bubble, but Goran able to get it back and get 2 more points on the board in favor of the Toronto Sorcerers.
Wish I could have seen who made that awesome save right there, but it did not give me enough time to see. But shout out, that was a really great save. Unfortunate turnover.
Absolutely super important to get the disc off, especially when you've got a ton of those enemies there in your bubble. Just quickly getting that out. We've got Breezebow down on the floor, approaching bubble, sends a back pass to Superfly. Superfly getting some pressure there on the back line, sends a pass to Bloop on the ceiling. Bloop juking around a defender. Hunavelli applying that pressure, sends a pass down low to Breezebow. Breezebow over to Superfly on the floor. Superfly looking for the cut. Over to Bloop on the shield, and the anchor shot from Bloop for 2 points as a response to the Toronto Sorcerers. And now with the disc advantage is the Sorcerers.
That was a great job there by Orange. They went for that relay option, but then, you know, reverted to back that out to Breeze so that they could have the numbers advantage to drive.
Absolutely. The game is all about control of the disc. If you just push too fast and try to get those points on, it does typically result in a turnover. Hunavelli getting the slap off into the hands of Dylan. Dylan over to Lil Guipo. Lil Guipo sending a pass off of station. Taking some fortunate bounces. Those were some happy accidents if I ever seen them. But Lil Guipo gets stunned out. Breezebow applying the pressure. However, Lil Guipo gets a disc back. Sending the shot in, it does not connect, just off the ring into the hands of Goran. Goran over to Hunavelli. Hunavelli driving the goal for 2 more points.
Great job there, Sorcerers. Doing some clean passing to bring themselves up by 4 points.
A great job indeed, but an opportunity for the New Haven Ninjas to put the arena into their control and play their game with the disc is Bloop. Sending a quick pass to Superfly. Superfly looking for his teammate, but it doesn't make it. It's into the hands of Dylan. Dylan looking for the clear, but again, more unfortunate bounces off these Geos in the arena. Some head knock-ins and a slap results in the disc just kind of bouncing around the high trap area, now in the hands of Bloop. Bloop sending a high pass over to Superfly. Superfly to J-Fran. J-Fran going for the dunk for 2 points for the New Haven Ninjas with a quick response.
That was a really quick response, putting them only down by 2 points. That was some great conversions there. Good job, J-Friends, getting it in for the dunk, because what? Dunk meta always wins.
Dunk meta always wins. A great job of arena awareness, even in the chaos coming from the New Haven Ninjas in that moment. Dylan with the disc, looking for his teammate, but the pass does not connect after an unfortunate bounce. But Hunavelli picks Bloop's pocket, looking for a pass down low to Dylan. It does not make it. Takes a bounce off the arena wall. Getting a slap off of it, but Bloop is able to slap it out again after that into the Toronto Sorcerers bubble there, just almost outside of fringe bubble, and now into it, picked up by Goran. Goran able to clear it out or pass it over into the hands of Lil Guipo. Lil Guipo getting it in the bubble of the New Haven Ninjas, but they were there. The stack overshot at Dylan with the disc, looking for the pass to Hunavelli. Hunavelli looking for the goal, but gets stuffed by Breezebow. Bloop with the disc, passing it out into the tunnel and clearing it all the way into the Toronto Sorcerers bubble. Both players who leached each other over to the other end of the arena, overshooting the disc. Superfly is able to pick it up here over to J-Fran, but we are out of time. And with that, we will be right back after a quick word from our sponsors. up through the tunnel. Ooh, but Lil Guipo is able to pick up the disc, sending a clear down into the New Haven Ninjas bubble. J-Fran there to pick it up, a little bit of ping-ponging, but that's okay. Now the pass is good over to Bloop. Bloop getting some pressure there by Dylan, getting the clear out into the arena. Ooh, almost into the hands of his teammate, but Lil Guipo is able to pick it up. Guipo over to Hunavelli. Hunavelli looking for the pass over to Dylan. Dylan getting some pressure, going for the, I don't know if that was an attempted shot or just a clear, but Lil Guipo is there to put the disc in the goal for 2 more points.
Fortunate, my spark just died, so I don't know what just happened. So I genuinely apologize. I can't give you a play-by.
That's okay. Great job there from the Toronto Sorcerers, just making use of their time in the bubble. Great clear from them, resulting in points on the board. Bloop with the disc inverting to go on the ceiling there, just to kind of give himself some space from his defenders. Passes over to J-Fran. J-Fran to Superfly. Superfly crossing high over to Breezebo on the ceiling. Breezebo taking their time, letting their team set up and get into the area, getting some pressure there from the offensive stack, sends a pass to Superfly. Superfly up to Bloop on the ceiling. Bloop driving the goal. Ooh, but gets his pocket stuffed by Little Guipo. He said not today and clears it out through the tunnel and into the New Haven Ninjas side. We do have Superfly there to pick up the disc from their stack. Goes to pass over to Bloop. Bloop to Breezebo in the tunnel. Breezebo not having any pressure there. All the stacks from Toronto Sorcerers made their way back to bubble so that they could intercept it. There's Lil Guipo again with another interception and clear out into the New Haven Ninjas bubble, and the stack is there with no one in the area, going for the slow bounce and into the goal for 2 points.
That was indeed a magnificent interception there by Guips. Great job.
That was 2 in a row. Lil Guipo, you are on it there in bubble. Keep doing your thing. That is, yeah, that's some money. That's candy. I like to say that. People yell at me for saying it, so don't yell at me. That's candy, baby. That's my line. We've got Dylan with the disc after a little bit of a scuffed rollout. Sends the clear into tunnel and all the way into, ooh, the New Haven Ninja area. Goran gets a hand on it before getting stunned out, but Dylan is there to pick it up. Sends a pass over to Hunavelli. Hunavelli juking around the shoulder to get around his defenders and getting to goal for 2 more points for the Toronto Sorcerers.
I think that we've got the Sorcerers building on this momentum here. They're driving and thriving right now. Orange team's got to get their stacks back together and get back to goal.
Absolutely. We've got to have a heavy push here from the New Haven Ninjas, almost down by 10. A little bit of a scuffed rollout again. If they want to capitalize on these moments, we're going to have to... Ooh, J-Fran with a pocket pick, but losing his hand on the disc. Picked up again by Hunavelli. Hunavelli going for the clear into the hands of Dylan. Dylan sending a pass to Goran. It's not able to make it there, unfortunately, but the disc is misread there. Oh, and a save by Breezebo, not letting points on the board there for the Toronto Sorcerers. And the clear... Oh, the clear... Hunavelli and Lil Guipo, that stack was crazy, guys. That was so fast, stopping it from getting in their bubble. Dylan with a disc. Dylan floating towards the bubble, sending a pass high to Hunavelli. Hunavelli looking for the goal and seeing it. 2 more points on the board for the Toronto Sorcerers. They are now up by 10 points.
That was great pressure. That was a good push there by Dylan, you know, getting that extra pass off to Hunna so that he could dunk it in for the 10-point lead there.
10 points with 3 minutes and 56 seconds left on the clock. We have Bloop with the disc inverted. Not all the way on the ceiling, though. A little bit of stack killing there from the New Haven Ninjas, giving them some time and space. We've got Superfly with the disc, sending it over to J-Fran. J-Fran going around Boot, looking for the cut. And into the goal from Superfly for 2 points. That is what the New Haven Ninjas needed. They needed those points there just to break the momentum of the Toronto Sorcerers.
Agreed. You used the words that I was just about to say. So
one brain. We got one brain, y'all.
What?
Ooh, almost a shot there. J-Fran with the disc, juking around on floor, going for the pass over to Superfly. Superfly looking to send it down into bubble, but taking a bounce off of Geo into the hands of Hunavelli. Hunavelli getting the disc cleared out through tunnel. I'm kidding. Not a clear. A pass to Dylan. Very precise pass into the hands of Lil Guipo. Lil Guipo juking around, sending a pass to Goran. Goran up high to Hunavelli. Hunavelli looks and sees the goal and gets 2 more points for the Toronto Sorcerers, again putting them at a 10-point lead up against the New Haven Ninjas. Now New Haven Ninjas got an opportunity to respond.
Yes.
Yes, Queen.
Yes, Queen.
Bloop sends a pass over to Superfly. Superfly looking for their teammate. It does not quite make it there into the hands of Dylan. Dylan looking for the clear. Doesn't make it, but that's okay. There's Stacks there to help them clean up. Oh, but Superfly stuffs him, going for the long 3, and he makes those.
Hey, yo.
They needed that. What you seeing, Whit?
Clip it and ship it. That was a half court there by Superfly. You know, not backing down. There's still time here. You know, if Blue was smart, they would utilize the clock and they would just, you know, kill some time. Kill some time, pass it around.
Definitely kill some time at this point. Lil Guipo with the disc, sending a quick pass to Goran in tunnel. Goran, I don't know if that was just a clear into bubble, but J-Fran was there to pick it up. J-Fran juking around some defenders, sending the disc into the Toronto Sorcerers zone. They do have a player in the area with the disc. Is Bloop going for the 3 and making it.
Bloop doesn't miss those. I don't know if that was a technical pass, but that was a really great pass there off of Pack. A really great bounce pass off of Pack over there to Bloop. And Bloop was able to convert with that open goal there.
Yeah,
bringing
absolutely.
it closer with only a 4-point deficit. Let's go. What a game.
And super quickly, they're responding quick with these 3s and just they're in the right place positioning wise, doing their thing. A scuffed rollout here from the Toronto Sorcerers. That is exactly what they don't need, but they're able to get a hand back on the disc. A missed pass again. Now in the hands of Hunavelli. Hunavelli looking for Goran, and it's good. Goran looking to drive the goal and off the head of the goalie. Superfly able to get a hand on it, looking for the clear out, but Dylan is there on the back line. Dylan picking up the disc, looking for his teammate into the hands of Goran. Goran on the wall, sends it back over to Dylan. This is that buying time thing that you were just talking about, Whip. Looking to just not press bubble too hard, keep the disc away from their defenders. Hunavelli with the disc, driving goal for 2 more points in favor of the Toronto Sorcerers.
I think that might have that did indeed seal the deal right there for the Sorcerers. That was a great job slowing it down, utilizing the time clock, you know, to your advantage and slowing it down, but then ultimately converting and capitalizing right there. So GG's there to the Sorcerers.
Yeah, definitely a good job there, slowing down, just buying themselves some time. That was the ice indeed, but still going for the long 3 and getting it is Dylan. What a great way to end that round.
Wow. What a game. Right up there until the end, it was neck and neck, score for score. You know, the only thing I think that would have made a difference there was that if Orange Team could have got their stacks together a little bit quicker. But overall, listen, Breezebo was a wall in goal. Shout out to him. He had some really good saves there. But also, Guipo had some really good saves in goal for the Sorcerers. Shout out, dude. Goran and Hunavelli both have 15 points apiece. However, Goran does have 6 assists. You know, he was able to pass his teammates and you know, capitalize on those open lanes. And like we said in the beginning, you know, Orange did leave open the goal for a lot of 3-point, you know, a lot of 3-point advantages there. So, with that being said, my player of the match, brought to you by Holtzauer Auto and Motorsports, is gonna have to be Goran Jr. for me, with the 15 points and the 6 assists.
Yeah, I mean that I have to agree, and on the my closest runner up there is gonna have to be Lil Guipo. Lil Guipo was doing work in the bubble there, just making some great interceptions as the New Haven Ninjas were approaching. But I have to agree, Goran as well, just doing a great job converting, getting points on the board, but also making sure that they're focused on team play, because this is a team sport. So getting those 6 assists definitely comes in clutch for their team.
I agree. That was a really good game. You know, you love to see it. You love to see those type matches. You don't like to see blowouts. And you know, shout out to the Sorcerers and shout out to the Ninjas. Y'all played great today.
Absolutely. One thing I would say, New Haven Ninjas, making sure that those shots do connect on goal. They did actually have a higher percentage of shots taken in the game, but a lot of them resulted in dings on the goal post. So just, making sure that those shots do make it into the goal. We know how goal is like massive, right? And the goalpost is so skinny, but we always hit the goalpost. How it happens, not quite
I'll
sure.
tell you.
but
I'll
it
tell
does.
you. Best goalie NA is the ding ring. Duh.
Best goalie NA.
And
But
they even play music to remind you that they're the best goalie.
they do indeed. But yeah, just making sure those shots do convert over into points, because again, the shots taken was in their favor. They had 53% of the shots taken in this game. The Toronto Sorcerers only had 47%, but still came out with over a 10-point, or I'm sorry, just under a 10-point lead. So making sure that those shots do result in points on the board for you and your team.
I agree. So with that being said, we are going to go to a commercial break, and stay tuned because our next matchup is going to be the Chattanooga Barracudas versus the Columbus Fire. So stay tuned for some great AAA Echo coming up after this. have our last great round of AAA action coming to you live. We have the Chattanooga Barracudas versus the Columbus Fire. Real quick, we're going to run through the rules one more time in case you are used to other formats. This is a NEPA format. We have 8-minute quarters, 5-minute halftime, 1-minute timeout per team per half. There is a 5th player allowed, but they have to stay in the locker room. The overtime is a golden goal, so whoever scores first wins. And as always, no toxic or discriminatory behavior. Always remember to be kind to one another. It's not hard. So, with that being said, we're going to go over, listen, Easter eggs. We are having commercials played during every match after every quarter. So, each commercial that is broadcasted during the AAA and Pro Series, there are NEPA-themed Easter eggs, and some of them are obvious, some of them are really hidden. Always pay attention. Everyone who can name the commercials and the Easter egg within the commercial and what they are will be entered to win a $250 gift basket plus $100 cash. Who's going to turn away free money? So this is how you enter a win. Watch the matches, write down the Easter eggs and the commercial, and save them for when they open up the competition. So, with that being said, we have the orange team, which is the Chattanooga Barracudas. We have Billy Brickwall, Vacant, Essend, Tamba, and A-Plat. And then on the blue team, which is the Columbus Fire, we got Moonface, Rev, Sizzle, Burnsy, and Free Smoke. What do you think is going to happen, Queen Zala?
I mean, I have no idea what's going to happen, quite honestly. I'm super excited to see it. Essend is a great player. Billy Brickwall is a great player. Vacant is a super great coach and does do a great job controlling the arena. On the other side, I don't know too much of Moonface, Rev, Sizzle, Burnsy, or Free Smoke myself, but I did just see some crazy movement there from Moonface just while they were playing around in the arena. So super excited to see that. We've got the two teams readying up, and we're going into our first initial joust of this game here. This is the first quarter. Whip, who do you think first touch is going to go to and then first possession?
I'm going to go with blue.
Blue on both.
Yep, going with the Columbus Fire here.
On both.
Man,
ooh, and the
shut me
first touch
down.
coming from Chattanooga Barracudas. A little bit of a mishandle on the disc, though. Slap into the bubble. Picked up by Rev. Rev going for the clear through tunnel with Stacks in the area. A Moonface with the disc going for the long three, just off, just a little bit high, but able to be recovered by Rev, sending a pass up high to Moonface on the ceiling. Moonface just taking their time, dancing around a little bit, looking to draw out defenders, possibly going to drive goal. There it is, the bottom pocket for 3 points for Columbus Fire, the first 3 points of this game.
Moonface did a really good job there. He was keeping an eye out for his open lanes there, but also, you know, going for that bottom pocket 3. Shot her.
Absolutely great placement there on that shot by Moonface. With the disc is Vacant. Vacant sending a quick pass to A Platypus. A sending a pass over to Tamba. Tamba getting stunned out by Moonface. The disc in his hands goes to clear out. The disc stacks are in the area again, but the leech and the stuff from Essen, but he gets stunned out in the process. Rev picks up the disc and puts it in the goal for 3 more points for Columbus Fire.
That was a great shot there by Rev. He did capitalize on that interception there. Orange has just got to get rid of the disc a little bit quicker there on that relay.
Absolutely, and I'm sure that we're seeing Chattanooga Barracudas just get their footing as it's the first few minutes of the round. A pass over to Tamba. Tamba quickly over to Platypus. Platypus down low, cross the arena to Essen. Essen looking for the back pass to Tamba. Tamba looking again to back pass to Vacant. It doesn't quite connect, but he is able to recover it with a little bit of pressure there from Moonface. A long pass to Tamba. Tamba looking again for Vacant. Vacant down low to Essen. Essen looking for Platypus and into the goal for 2 points. Good passing there from Chattanooga Barracudas.
Took the words right out of my mouth. Passing wins games. They, you know, look for the lane there, look for their open passes. I think there was at least 7 passes right there on blue side in order to get that conversion.
Absolutely, and a great job keeping those passing lanes open around their defenders in bubble. We have Columbus Fire with the disc. Moonface sending a pass down low to Burnsy. Burnsy in the trap area sending a pass cross to Sizzle. Sizzle pass back up to Moonface. This offensive stack applying a ton of pressure here. Tamba and Platypus doing a great job staying together. A pass over to Burnsy. Burnsy on the table into the tunnel, looking for some time, looking where his pass options are. Burnsy still with the disc, sending a pass up high to Moonface. Moonface on the ceiling now, inverted, just juking around, crawling around on the ceiling there. Gets a little bit of pressure, but is able to get a pass off to Rev. Rev going for the goal, but a big save from Vacant. Into the hands of Moonface again. A pass over to Burnsy. Burnsy walking on the wall, crouching bubble. Ooh, going for the shot, but off the ring. Best goalie in A. Am I right, Whip? Let's go.
Yeah, making that music, baby. Best goalie in A. But Blue is capitalizing there, getting those back.
They are, and a good job indeed. Even though there was 2 dings, they were able to gain the possession back again and drive goal for 2 more points for Columbus Fire. They do have the lead here, but we've got 4 minutes and 36 seconds left on the clock for this first round and plenty of game time left for them to make these back out of the tunnel. We have Vacant with the disc, taking their time on the nest there, moving up to Bowtie, looking to just walk it a little bit, draw out that stack there, and there it is. Vacant getting the stun on the stack, but the missed pass over to Essen may result in a turnover here. We have Burnsy with the disc going for the goal for 2 points in favor of Columbus Fire.
Yeah, right there, Orange team. You know, he was trying to slow down the play, just waiting for that double stack to pressure him so that he can get that open passing lane. But ultimately, you know, that missed pass, they capitalized on that turnover there.
Yeah, absolutely. Columbus Fire making Chattanooga Barracudas pay for any mistake they make in the arena. Currently, Tamba sends a pass to Platypus. Platypus down low to Essen. Essen back to Platypus. Platypus driving goal and making it for 2 points on the board for the Chattanooga Barracudas.
Great job passing right there. Shout out to A Plat. That was a really good 2-pointer there. Even on the goalie, he pressed the bubble with authority.
Authority. With the disc advantage is Columbus Fire. Out from the gate, we have Moonface with the disc, going a little bit of jukey around on the ceiling. A high pass over to Rev. Rev in the middle of the arena, sending a pass to Sizzle in the tunnel. Tunnel pass up again to Moonface. Moonface up high to Rev in the high... Ooh. The high trench there in the arena. Burnsy... Ooh, sending a pass to Sizzle. Sizzle getting stunned out in the process, but the pick again from Moonface, and another one from Platypus, resulting in a turnover and a clear out over into the Columbus Fire zone, end of the arena. Who am I? This has been going on for a while, guys. I'm sorry. Sizzle with the disc picks it up and clears it out through tunnel into the Chattanooga Barracudas end of the bubble. All the stacks overshoot the disc, but Moonface is able to get a hand on it. Moonface juking around pole and getting their pocket picked by Vacant. Vacant going for the long clear. No stacks in the area just yet from the Chattanooga Barracudas, but that's okay because their opponents did overshoot the disc, but ultimately ending up in the hands of Moonface. Moonface going for the clear, able to be picked up by Rev. Rev going for the long 3 and making it in.
Man, right there, you got to pay attention. Blue has them fast stacks. Man, that is fire. Look at that half court there by Rev. There was some great interceptions there by A Plat and Vacant, but they just could not capitalize on it right there.
Yeah, absolutely. We're seeing the Columbus Fire get stacked super quickly, and their stacks are fast. Vacant with the disc sending pass to Tamba in the tunnel. Tamba looking for Platypus. Platypus crossing down low to Essen. Essen approaching goal, just missing the shot, unfortunately, and is able to be picked up by Moonface. But Platypus going for the pocket pick, getting his pocket pick, but taking it back. He said, not today, and into the goal for 3 points.
Not today. Get that 9-meter 3.
Not today. Let's go. 3 more points.
That deficit.
Yeah, lessening the deficit indeed. They do still have a lot of play time here to do so. Hopefully see him go on a little bit of a run, but with the disc is Columbus Fire in the hands of Moonface on the nest, taking their time, looking to draw out that stack, just avoiding getting stunned. Missed pass opportunity here. Burnsy with the disc, able to send it back over to Moonface before getting stunned out. A pass over to Sizzle from Moonface. Sizzle back to Moonface. Moonface going through the tunnel, but getting some pressure there from the stack, is able to get the Attempted shot off, but it hit shield into the hands of Platypus. Platypus losing a hand on the disc there, over to Moonface. Moonface on the wall with the disc, backing it out of bubble, controlling the disc, sending a high pass over to Rev on the ceiling. Rev, a pass down low to Burnsy. Burnsy getting their pocket picked though by Vacant. He said not today and clears it out through the bottom of the arena with Stacks in the area, who overshot the disc. Unfortunately, Rev is able to pick it up and send the clear out through tunnel and all the way into their bubble. With the disc is Sizzle, going for the goal for 2 more points in favor of Columbus Fire.
Yeah, here we go. We got about 15 seconds right here, but Columbus Fire is doing a really good job right now at resetting and looking for them open passing lanes and converting on them.
Absolutely, and with 8 seconds left on the clock, they're not going to have much time here. Looking for a quick pass play. Not enough time on the clock. That is the end of this first quarter here, and we will be right back after a quick word from our sponsors.
If you really want to find out what you're made of, you can forget the personality tests and social media quizzes, because the only way you're ever going to know is by heading into the big, wild, raging, so damn beautiful it hurts world and finding out for yourself. Were you born to follow a path, or were you born free? These are the things we thought about when we made the new Grand Cherokee. Made for what you're made of.
Hey, yo, welcome back from that commercial break. We're going to go over a few of these stats right here. A-Plat right now is carrying the orange team a little bit with 7 points all to itself, but Essen does have those 2 assists from in the bubble. Blue team is capitalizing on those open threes right now, as they do have an 8-point lead. Rev has been the one that's been making those half-court shots, but also getting in there with the steals. He also has been getting those interceptions. Blue team has been capitalizing on those resets and looking for their open passes and utilizing their numbers advantage. Orange team, they just got to get stacked a little bit quicker, get back to their goal, you know, to defend against those quick conversions.
Absolutely. I agree with everything you're saying there. And with that being said, we are moving into the second initial joust of this game here. Second quarter starting. First touch on the disc goes in favor of Columbus Fire all the way into the Chattanooga Barracuda bubble, but taking a bounce now, Sizzle with the disc, sending a pass over to Moonface. Moonface juking around off a shoulder and into the goal for 2 points.
Man, that was a quick conversion coming out of tunnels.
A quick conversion indeed, and we're going to have to see the Chattanooga Barracudas stop this momentum here from Columbus Fire, make some adjustments, get their stacks together faster, but they do have a joust advantage with the disc is Vacant on the nest. Vacant not getting too much pressure there from the offensive stack, just beginning to approach. He is able to kill the stack though. Platypus getting some time and space to send a pass high over to Essen in the bubble with 2 defenders in the area. Essen going for the bounce, a big save there from Rev, and a clear out into the high trap area, just bouncing around. No one quite there yet, but able to get a hands on it is Burnsy. Burnsy sending a clear into the bubble. Rev there to pick it up after a bounce. Going for the shot, but a save from Essen and a clear out through the tunnel. Ooh, taking an unfortunate bounce there into the hands of Moonface. Moonface with the disc, getting some pressure by 2 defenders, is able to get the pass off to Rev. But the stun out from the defensive stack there. Great aggressive push there from that second stack, but it is picked up again by Moonface. Moonface going for the clear with a stack in the area. Burnsy with the open goal and the long 3.
That's what we were talking about right there. Orange team's got to get back, got to get their stacks back in order to defend that goal. We did have a great save there by Essen, but, you know, ultimately capitalizing is the Fire.
Absolutely, Columbus Fire, bring in that fire, holler. Okay, quick pass over to Tamba. Tamba looking for a clear into bubble, but it's in the hands of Burnsy. Burnsy clearing it out into the Chattanooga Barracuda area. But Platypus is there to pick it up and send the clear out through the mid of the arena, taking a little bit of an unfortunate bounce into the hands of Moonface again, but gets their pocket picked by Essen. Essen clearing it out all the way down into the Columbus Fire bubble with stacks in the area. Disc in the hands of Platypus, driving the goal for 2 points.
That was a great drive there. They really needed that. They need to build momentum here to come back from this deficit.
Absolutely. And sometimes all it takes is a single goal in order to stop the run from your opponents there. But with the offensive joust is Columbus Fire, and let's see what they do. Moonface with the disc on Nest, not getting too much pressure there from the offensive stack, sends a pass down low to Burnsy. Burnsy getting that pressure though. The stack is able to get away without being stunned. Rev has the disc, passes back over to Moonface. Moonface looking for the clear through tunnel. But Rev is there to pick it up after a few bounces around the arena. Rev taking their time on the wall, just crawling a little bit, sends a pass high over to Moonface. Moonface back over to Rev. Rev looking to drive the goal, hitting that post and into the goal for 2 more points in favor of Columbus Fire.
Yeah, the Columbus Fire right now are really utilizing their passing lanes and those quick passes, those very quick passes, and they're just collapsing on the bubble too fast for the Barracudas to put a man on.
Absolutely. What do you think they could do, Whip, in order to stop those offensive bubble pushes that are happening here and resulting in goals? What should
lane coverage? They need to cover their lane. There's
lane
a little bit of
coverage?
Clumping. Yep.
A little bit of clumping, less man coverage, more lane coverage. Rev with the disc is able to clear it out through the tunnel and into the Chattanooga Barracuda area with no Chattanooga Barracuda players in the area. Now they are. Ooh, and a big interception from Essen, looking for the pass over to Tamba before just clearing it. Great call there from Essen, but Tamba gets his pocket picked by Rev, and the long 3 puts another 3 points on the board in favor of Columbus Fire. What did you see there, Whip?
That was a point that I made during the first quarter. Tamba's holding on to the disc just a little bit too long. Just got to get that cleared out a little bit quicker or find a passing lane.
Absolutely, I agree there. A great attempt at controlling the disc from Essen. Just a little bit of a hold too long there. Platypus with the disc sending a pass to Essen. Essen not getting much pressure here, is able to walk up towards the bubble. There's the pressure now, sends a pass over to Platypus. Platypus juking around, ducking and jumping into the goal for 2 points for the Chattanooga Barracudas.
That was a good drive there by the Barracudas. They just need to keep that momentum up and keep pushing the bubble, looking for the open man.
Yeah, absolutely. A great drive indeed. I agree with everything you said. And now we do have a joust advantage from Columbus Fire and an opportunity to put the arena in their control. With the disc is Moonface sending a pass over to Sizzle in the tunnel. Sizzle over to Burnsy. Burnsy up high to Rev on the ceiling. Inverted with an open goal. Oh gosh, Chattanooga Barracudas, you cannot leave that goal open. But the shot is missed, picked up by Platypus and cleared out into the Columbus Fire zone. We do have stacks coming into the area. Ooh, the disc is in Vacant's hand and then in the goal for 2 points for the Chattanooga Barracudas.
Hopefully this is the momentum shift that they were hoping for, getting 2 goals back to back. This is the, the push that they might have needed.
Absolutely, and I would love to see them have a comeback here, get some more points on the board, lessen that deficit, that gap that we've got in the scoreboard. Burnsy sends a pass up high to Rev. Rev down low to Sizzle. Sizzle looking for the up high again over to Rev, but it's a missed pass, unfortunately. Bouncing around in the trap. Burnsy gets a hand on it, but does have some pressure there from Essen. Sends a pass high over to Rev. Rev getting stunned out by Platypus, losing a hand on the disc. Platypus not able to get a full clear out. Bounces around in the bottom trap into the hands of Moonface. Moonface is all over the place in this arena, you guys. I don't know about y'all, but I'm sensing an MVP. Sizzle with the disc, going for the cut pass to Burnsy. Just, juking out that goalie there and getting 2 points on the board in favor of Columbus Fire.
Yeah, the Barracudas just need to slow down a little bit, look for the cleared, look for the open lane. Right there was a lot of panic clear attempts.
Absolutely, yeah. Slowing it down, just maintaining that control. They've got enough time on the clock to make up this deficit. It's not something they cannot get out of here. So we don't have to play rushed, but a little bit of a scuffed rollout does result in a turnover. Sizzle with the disc sending a pass high to Moonface. Moonface down low to Burnsy. Another open goal. Y'all, we cannot see this if you want to make up that deficit, but they are able to get the slap out. Ooh, in the area is Platypus with the disc into the goal for 2 points in favor of Chattanooga Barracudas.
Yeah, that was a really great conversion right there. Orange, they got those stacks together real quick, able to get down to the bubble and A-plat there for that two-pointer there.
Absolutely, I have to agree. They're capitalizing on mistakes of Columbus Fire, but they can't live off of that if they want to lessen this deficit here. They're going to have to make smarter plays and get back to goal. We have another scuffed rollout here coming from Columbus Fire, and a little bit of a head bonkers results in a lost disc for the Chattanooga Barracudas. So Rev picks up the disc, looking for the high pass over to Moonface. Moonface going for the goal, misses unfortunately. A second attempt is stopped by Essen. Essen able to get the clear off and picked up over by Vacant. Vacant getting the full clear out, but Burnsy on the back line stops it, sending a pass through the trench of the arena over to Sizzle. Sizzle looking for their teammate, not quite making it unfortunately, but Rev is able to get a slap on it over into the hands of Burnsy. Burnsy getting that pressure from Tamba, sends a pass over to Moonface. Moonface, oh, over to Sizzle and into the goal for 2 points. That was a tasty cut.
That was a good cut right there to, put them up with, seven. Okay, I can't do math that quick. Sorry. 14 point lead there. That was a great representation of one more pass.
Absolutely. And with that being said, we will be right back after a quick word from our sponsors.
This summer, dinosaurs are in our world.
Pet dinosaur? Don't worry. I'll take care of you. Nice and quiet. Hey, look, it's your mom. Hot dog?
Everybody, welcome back from a commercial break. Just as a reminder, keep looking out to claim this week's POAP. Head on over to www.nepavrpro.com/NFT to fill out the POAP claim form. In order to complete the claim form, you will need the secret password. And this week, your password is all one word, Pro Series Week 1. Pro Series Week 1. That is your secret word this week. The deadline to submit these claim form is 9 p.m. this Sunday, June 12th. Reminder, June 12th, and your secret password is Pro Series Week 1. Also, welcome back. The halftime report was brought to you by Big St. Charles Motorsports. And so here we are during this halftime. We have A Platt, who has 13 points for the Barracudas right now. He is doing a great job, and his teammates are doing a great job, feeding him in the bubble, and he's doing a great job converting there. Also, shout out to A Platt. He has 4 saves right now. He is being a wall in the goal. But here we go, over to the Fire. They are just killing it with their momentum. Rev's got 13 points. But Moonface is killing it with the assist. He is being the team player right now with the assist, feeding Rev, feeding Sizzle, and Burnsy. Burnsy, has been the guy in the right spot at the right time right now. Rev's also been killing it with the steals. But Orange Team right now, I think they just need to slow down, look for their passing lanes, look for their clearing lanes, and if they're gonna clear, they need to get their stacks together really quick, and in order to convert on those clear and boost options. Blue, they're doing a great job in goal saving. They've got great pressure, great stacks. They're super fast, and you can tell that they're slowing it down, looking for the extra pass, looking for the resets, and just converting and pushing heavily in the bubble, and just putting up a good fight.
Yeah, I would even suggest for the Chattanooga Barracudas, a single pass while you recover the disc, if it's in your zone, a single pass before clear gives your teammates time to get their stacks together. So that way it doesn't just end up in an immediate turnover. So maybe just setting that back pass, and hopefully the Chattanooga Barracudas are utilizing this halftime break to give their team a pep talk, readjust their strategy, possibly maybe see a new player in the arena, just something to change up what they're doing here that is not working, and recognize what is working and do more of that.
Yeah, that's a really great point. You know, you don't always have to clear and boost. You can always look for that outlet pass. You know, somebody that's creeping up on tunnel, just somebody that's not stacked. Yeah, that'll give your opportunity to get your stacks together and get downfield to be that on the end of that receiving pass. Here we go. We have the unpause going into this third quarter. Oh, we still have 1 minute left. JK, LOL. Gotcha. Actually, they got me. But they got me. So right now, orange team, the Barracudas just needs to, you know, slow it down, look for the passing lanes, look for the clearing lanes. Blue team, keep up the momentum, you know, looking for those passing lanes. They got those quick stacks, and just, you know, capitalizing on the conversions.
Absolutely, I do agree, and it looks like we are moving over into the initial joust here for this third quarter of this last game that we have. I think, maybe,
No.
possibly.
Yeah, last game, third quarter.
No, I meant maybe for the initial joust, because there's still no timer going down.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, that time thing.
I forget about it sometimes, you know. It do be like that sometimes. Oh, I heard it now.
Like that. Oh, I heard. Yeah, me too. I heard it now. I always say, if you hear me, actually, I told you recently, if you hear me talking an accent around you in random sentences, that probably means that I'm very comfortable with you, because I do it a lot when I'm comfortable. So, initial joust. Here, first touch on the disc going to, I don't even know who got that. Unfortunately, I think it might have been in favor of Columbus Fire, but both stacks there in the area. A Platypus getting a hand on the disc, sends a bounce. I don't know if it was an intentional bounce pass. We'll say it was very calculated over to Vacant. Vacant looking for the clearing the bubble, not quite making it into the hands of Columbus Fire and into the bubble of Chattanooga Barracudas with Rev in the area, hands on the disc. The goalie is back, looking down low for Burnsy. Burnsy missing the goal, but able to be picked up again by Moonface. Moonface backing out a little bit, going for the shot from Nest and making it for 2 more points on the board in favor of Columbus Fire.
Yeah, Columbus Fire taking that 16-point lead. That was really smart of Moonface to push off of Nest right there to go for that shot. That looked like an underhand. It's hard to read.
Yeah, absolutely. Those are not fun to read in goal. I'm not a great goalie, though, either way, so that doesn't matter. Vacant with the disc, sending a pass over to Platypus. Platypus in tunnel, has some space and time to walk up a bit in the arena before sending a pass over to Tamba. Tamba on the floor, passes back to Platypus. Platypus driving the goal, going for the top pocket, just hits the ring, is still in the area. Vacant's able to get a hand on it before getting stunned out. Essen with the disc sends a pass over to Platypus. It doesn't quite connect. Essen's able to recover the disc here, backing out a bubble, looking to just have his players set up in the bubble to draw out a defender. Words are hard sometimes, y'all know. Essen going for the pass. It doesn't make it into the hands of his teammate, though. Rev is able to pick it up and go for the clear with Stacks in the area, overshooting the disc, though. Just kidding. Sizzle picks it up. Goal is open. Misses the 3. Platypus is able to slap it out of their zone, but Rev is there to pick it up again. Rev sending a pass over to Moonface. Moonface on the post, driving goal. A big save there from Platypus. Platypus clears it out over into the top trap area, but Rev again is there to pick it up all over the place there. Rev, a missed pass, goes into the hands of Tamba after a few bounces. Their Stacks already and in the area. Vacant going for the 3, just off unfortunately, but the Columbus Fire Stacks overshoot the disc. It is just a bit of a loose disc here floating around. A little bit of a head bonkers results in a turnover there. Moonface is able to get a quick slap off of it, but the Chattanooga Barracudas look like they may have a stack in the area. Rev is there first, picking up the disc down low over to Burnsy. Burnsy driving the goal, getting stunned out, but Moonface picks it back up, goes for the bounce and into the top pocket for 2 more points for Columbus Fire.
That was a really good bounce shot into that top pocket there. That was indeed a great save by Platty right before this score, though. Shout out to him.
Absolutely. And with the disc is Vacant, sending a quick pass to Tamba. Tamba approaching tunnel, sends a pass off. Ooh, taking a little bit of a bounce there, unfortunately, but oh, the slap from Columbus Fire back over into the Chattanooga Barracuda zone. Vacant picks it up, passes over to Tamba. Tamba looking for the pass, sends it off of Geo, but is able to recover the disc. Looking to juke around his defender. Sizzle. Oh, picking up the disc, getting stunned out by Vacant. Vacant on the floor, sends a pass over to Tamba. We've got 2 defenders out of the bubble. Potentially a numbers advantage if they drive right now. We've got to move fast, though. Oh, over to Essen. Essen going to drive goal and a big save there from Rev, going to clear it out and takes a bounce. Vacant is able to recover that, send a pass over to Platypus. Platypus looking at an open goal, but just high. Tamba recovers the disc and gets it in for 2 points for Chattanooga Barracudas.
That was a really great conversion there. You know, they're slowly creeping back from that deficit. A-Plat did a good job right there. I think he was going for the shot, but Tamba was right there to convert that for him.
Absolutely great recoveries there by Chattanooga Barracudas and a great work on the back line there from Vacant. Burnsy with the disc, sending a cross pass over to Sizzle, getting some pressure there, sends it back over to Burnsy. Burnsy sending the disc just down into the Chattanooga Barracuda area. They do have some teammates in the area, but they get stunned out. Platypus with the disc. Oh, going for the clear, but into the hands of Sizzle and in the goal for 2 more points.
That was a great interception there by Sizzle and a great conversion. Orange is just, they got to look for those passing lanes. They cleared it right to Sizzle. Got to look for, probably should have cleared high there. There's a lot of people in midfield. Or not midfield,
Yeah,
just in the middle.
absolutely. One thing I learned from Rox Titan, shout out Rox Titan, is dead zone clearing. Clear into the bottom trap if you've got a great backliner coming from a team. Let it bounce around a little bit. Give your stack some time to get there. It's not an area typically a backliner sits in. So dead zone clearings could potentially do Chattanooga Barracudas some good here. The disc is picked up by Platypus after a turnover, but gets his pocket picked by Moonface. Moonface gets their pocket picked by Vacant. Vacant sends it into the hands of their opponent, Burnsy. Unfortunately, Burnsy on the station with the disc, moving to double diamond, taking their time, looking to walk it up. They know they've got the points advantage here. They just got to kill the clock. Sending a pass high over to Moonface. Moonface juking around the bottom of the shoulder. All these bounce shots, big saves coming in from the Chattanooga Barracudas, not allowing more points on the board. Into the clear just gets stunned out or Vacant gets stunned out, my bad. Vacant gets stunned out, loses the disc, a shot is missed. Moonface has got it on the ceiling, over to Burnsy. Burnsy crossing over to Rev. Rev going for the goal for 2 points.
That was some really great passing right there. Great job to the Columbus Fire, slowing it down, pulling out the defenders, and right there, he was double covered up in Sky Trench, and he got a really good pass off to his teammate in order to cut it in for the 2.
Absolutely. We're seeing great work there from Columbus Fire. Chattanooga Barracudas doing some great things, but definitely need to make a few adjustments. Vacant loses his hand on the disc, but Tamba's there to pick it up. Tamba over to Platypus. Platypus sending it over to Essen, but the pass does not connect, and now into the hands of Burnsy. Burnsy already stacked, looking for the pass, but it takes a funky bounce there off a double diamond, and Tamba's able to slap it out. We've got a Chattanooga Barracuda stack in the area. Essen picks up the disc, goes for a pass down low to Tamba in the middle of the arena. Oh, and the interception from Moonface. Moonface has got space and time, and now a little bit of pressure there from that stack, but able to get a pass off to Sizzle. Sizzle does not have any pressure, able to send a pass over to Burnsy quite clearly. Burnsy looking for that cut, but just misses, unfortunately, bouncing around, able to be picked up again by Rev. Goalies are stunned out. Burnsy on that top of the ring dunks it in for 2 more points for Columbus Fire.
Yeah, Columbus Fire is just stuffing right now. They're getting all the great interceptions and capitalizing on each one of those. Just getting the clear and boosting down there and converting.
Absolutely, I have to agree there. Vacant has the disc, sends a pass over to their opponent or their teammate in tunnel, but it's stopped by that aggressive offensive stack, and another 3 on the board in favor of Columbus Fire by Sizzle. A great job by that aggressive stack, reading that play and capitalizing on that.
Yup, you just took the words right out of my mouth. That's what I was gonna say.
I'm so sorry.
And do we like that sometimes? It's good.
Essen with the disc this time, changing it up a little bit, getting a different pace of things, sends a pass over to Tamba. Tamba down low to Vacant. Vacant looking at the goal, but does have a lot of pressure here. Jukes around his defenders, over to Platypus. Platypus just hitting the top of the ring there, unfortunately. Recovered by Moonface. Moonface is able to get the disc out and into the goal. Almost hits the post. Burnsy is there to pick it up. Burnsy going for the bounce and into the goal for 2 points.
What a way to close out that 3rd quarter.
That was a way to close out that quarter indeed, and we will be right back after a quick word from our sponsors.
Access the largest motorsports inventory in America. We're authorized dealers for Can-Am, Honda, Kawasaki, Yamaha, Sea-Doo, and more. Get the best deals these brands have to offer. Browse through our inventory to find exactly what you're looking for.
When does an underdog stop being an underdog? After the first big win? The second? Try never. Because being an underdog isn't about how much you win. It's about how hard you're willing to work for it. And making sure your opponents never know your next move. Which is why some of us make a point of staying underdogs, even when we're on top. Ram Trucks, J.D. Power's #1 brand in new vehicle quality.
Go over a little bit of team stats here. We've got A Platt for the Chattanooga Barracudas with 13 points, but he also has 6 saves. He is being a wall for the Barracudas. And we got Rev and Moonface are, connecting for the blue team over on the Columbus Fire. But here we are. We're going back into quarter 4. Let's go.
Let's go with the initial joust here. First touch on the disc goes to Columbus Fire, but gets stunned out by Essen. Essen not able to get the disc into the hands of Moonface. Moonface down low to Rev. Rev over to Burnsy. Burnsy getting a slam dunk for 2 points.
Yeah, they're just gonna. I believe they're just gonna, ride that momentum high right now, and they're just, looking for those open passes and clearing, and converting on those lanes.
They definitely are running on the momentum here. I am sure that they are pumped up and ready to go. A little bit of a scuffed launch there coming from Chattanooga Barracudas, but Essen is able to get a hand on the disc as there isn't much pressure there from the stack, drawing them out, baiting them, pass over to Platypus. Platypus, ooh, the interception from the back pass. Burnsy has the disc, but clears it out into the hands of Essen. Essen looking for the clear, takes a few bounces before it's picked up by Moonface again. Moonface is always on that back line there. Essen is able to stop the shot from Moonface, clearing it out through tunnel. Into the hands of Moonface again. He is literally always there. Vacant sends a back pass over to Essen before, the stack is there, and it's into the hands of Sizzle. Sizzle over to Burnsy. Burnsy over to Rev. Rev going for the goal, doesn't make it in, but Moonface picks it back up, going for the bounce and makes it in for 2 more points for Columbus Fire.
Man, Columbus Fire is on fire, YOLO. Shout out to you. They are indeed on fire right now.
Can we talk about the fact that both of us missed Columbus Fire has Burnsy, Sizzle, and Rev, and Free Smoke? Like, what? Okay, y'all. I see what you did when you made your roster, okay? Chat, thank you for pointing it out. Vacant with the disc, down low on the floor, doesn't have too much pressure here, is able to walk up towards Bubbles, sends a pass over to Tamba. Tambo driving goal, but just off of the ring. Vacant's able to recover the disc with pressure there from Moonface, going for the back pass over to Essen. Essen with the disc, getting pressured. Passes high over to Essen. Essen getting stunned out in the process. Platypus there to recover, but the big interception from Burnsy. Burnsy goes to clear it, but it's in the hands of Essen. Essen over to Platypus. Platypus going for the goal and making it this time for 2 points for the Chattanooga Barracudas.
Does a great job there by the Barracudas, not giving up, even though they got intercepted. They just intercepted it right back. Good stuff there by Essen, looking for the open passing lane.
Absolutely. And, kudos to Chattanooga Barracudas. With a deficit this much, it is easy to give up playing the game and not play your best. A great job keeping your head in the games and your mentality here. We do have a rollout from the Columbus Fire. Burnsy with the disc, sending a cross pass to Sizzle. Sizzle up high to Rev on the ceiling. Rev sending another pass high to Moonface. Moonface down low to Burnsy. Burnsy into the goal for 2 points.
Man, Columbus Fire right now is just riding that high of the momentum. They have a huge lead right now. I can only imagine what the comms are like. I'm sure they are so hype.
I'm sure they are. I know I would be. We see a lot of great wide open passing lanes coming from Columbus Fire. Great placement from them. Maybe a little bit of a better job from the Chattanooga Barracudas covering those lanes would do them justice. A Platypus going for the shot. Oh, and it's in! 3 more points on the board for Chattanooga Barracudas. They may be down, but they're saying we are not giving up. But with the offensive joust here is Columbus Fire. Columbus Fire out from the gate with the disc is, we need Dimway's drum roll. Where is he? I need him. Dimway is Moonface. Moonface turning around on the ceiling, getting away from those defenders. Moonface still getting pressure though from Essen, sends a pass down low to Burnsy in the trap area. Burnsy walking up through tunnel. Still no pressure from any defenders, is able to get a pass off to Moonface. Moonface looking for the goal and gets the bottom pocket for 2 more points.
Man, that was a sweet bottom pocket right there by Moonface. You know, the Fire right now is just capitalizing on those nice passes. Right there, Moonface was the QB. He went up straight to Skytrench and just walked it forward with no pressure from the Barracudas.
Yeah, absolutely. Just a little bit, I would say even a more aggressive front stack there for the Chattanooga Barracudas. Forcing those bad passes would do them justice. Platypus with the disc, sending a pass to Tamba. Tamba able to get the disc. Oh, gets pressured there by the stack, but Bacon is able to grab the disc. Gets an attempted pass, but it's picked off by Rev there. Rev clears it out into the tunnel, but Essen is there to recover it after a bounce. Essen going for the goal and making it for 3 more points for the Chattanooga Barracudas.
What a great shot there by Essen. That was a really good turnover right there and capitalization of that.
It was indeed, and again, just playing till the buzzer, even with a deficit. Big kudos over to the Chattanooga Barracudas. With the disc is Moonface again going inverted on the ceiling in the trench. That offensive stack just waiting there, looking to pressure the pass, and they do. Platypus has the disc, going for the long 3 and making it into the top pocket for another 3 points. Man, this is exactly what the Chattanooga Barracudas needed.
Hey, yo, they are clapping back. They said we might be down, but we are not out. They are doing everything that they can to convert. And you know what? It's showing.
Absolutely here. And let's hope to see it again with 2 minutes left on the clock. Moonface with the disc sends a quick pass over to Burnsy in the tunnel. Burnsy going for the down low pass. It does not make it. Oh, but the ding from the Columbus Fire results in a turnover into the hands of Vacant, but the clear is in the hands of Moonface. Moonface on the floor, juking around some enemies, sends a pass high to Rev. Rev looking to drive goal, but gets stuffed in the process. Burnsy picks it back up over to Rev. Rev into the goal for 2 points.
There you go. There's that one extra pass, but also Dunk Meta always wins the game.
Woo! I just felt like it needed a woo at the end. It feels right.
Always.
It feels right. Out from the gate with the disc is Essen, sending a pass over to Tamba in the tunnel, who gets their pocket picked by Moonface. This arena is Moonface's, and the long 3 for Columbus Fire. Moonface is all over the place. Shut him down, y'all. Shut him down.
Hey, yo, Moonface on fire right now.
Moonface is on fire. He's on Columbus Fire, you know?
Hey, yo.
Essen with the disc on the nest. No pressure, a little bit of pressure, is able to walk up a little bit, sends a pass to Vacant. Vacant over to Tamba. Tamba, no pressure whatsoever in sight, is walking up. Now there it is, looking for his teammate there after a few bounces, ends up in the hands of Platypus. Platypus walking up bubble, but the interception from Moonface before he gets stunned out, but Burnsy's able to get a hand on the disc and clear it into the top trap area there, picked up by their stack. Sizzle with the disc, stuffed by Essen. He said, not today, I'm gonna pick your pocket. Vacant with the disc, sends a pass over to Platypus. Platypus around the shield, just missing the bounce there for that goal. Now in the hands of Sizzle. Sizzle looking for the clear through the mid of the arena successfully with stacks in the area, in the hands of Burnsy. Burnsy with the open goal over to Rev and into the goal for 2 points.
Yeah, I believe that's the ice on the cake there. This is going to be the Columbus Fire taking away the win 59-28 against the Chattanooga Barracudas. Kudos to the Kudas and fire for the Fire.
Absolutely great adjustments there from the Chattanooga Barracudas. Definitely playing until the buzzer, getting some last-minute points on the board. Even if it didn't result in a win, it results in a good mentality to end the game moving into their matches next week. I'm sure that they're already talking about adjustments they can make to play their next opponents. But a great gameplay coming over from why have I lost their first names? Columbus Fire. I knew the Fire. I couldn't remember Columbus. Great game. Well played by Columbus Fire. Whip, who is your MVP?
Well, first of all, I got to give a shout out to Platty. Shout out to Platty. He had 21 points, but also 7 saves. He was such a wall for the Barracudas tonight. But, man, you know, this MVP choice was really hard for me, but I'm gonna have to go with Moonface, man. He had 18 points, 6 assists, 2 saves, and 2 steals. So he was out there getting it, man. He wanted the dub, and you know what? Columbus Fire got the fire. They got the dub. So
Columbus Fire got the fire indeed, and I have to agree. Moonface is MVP easily. He was all over the place, making those points on the board. 6 assists from Moonface. Not only can he put points on the board, but they're able to work as a team, which is huge in this game. 6 assists, 2 saves, 2 steals, 27 stuns. Moonface, super good game.
That was brought to you by Holtz Our Auto and Motorsports. So with that being said, that was our final AAA match tonight. We appreciate all of you guys tuning in to all these awesome AAA matches tonight. And to all the winners, congratulations. And everybody else, next week's a whole nother day. So keep that mental up, and we will see you guys tomorrow.
Absolutely. Next week is a whole new week. Shout out to our cameraman, Muted Monster, behind the scenes on the production end. Thank you so much for being here. This is NEPA TV, and we are outie.
Hey, yo.
Love.